Oh, we're live now.
Yay.
Hello everyone, welcome to Radio City Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master Hard. Joining me today, regular Rickroll players.
Forgot to bully. It's fine. Go.
Regular Rickroll players.
We'll work it in later.
And let's start off.
Trying to bully me.
Let's start off with the person who would be least likely to successfully get their mother and father back together if they time traveled back to the 60s or whatever era their parents got together in.
I think it was the 60s.
But I was going to say, if I would go back to the 60s, I definitely would be failing.
Grandparents then.
Yeah, if I go back to the 60s, my dad
Oh yeah, then I'll take that one.
got born.
I don't even know how my grandparents met, so I'm going to say me, because I don't know how they met.
Hey,
You're a bad grandchild.
There's no way in hell.
My name is Ryan, and I play Cyrus Revan, ASMR Barbarian.
I'm Will, I play Volga, the Drugar Ranger.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I play Burris Duckhoof, the Satyr Rogue Fighter.
Normally me and Mary have a staring contest at this bit, but she has no camera, so...
You can just stare at Baby Grogu.
He wins the default.
I can't win
I'll
that.
go
Look at his
there, 'cause I'm
giant
not gonna
eyes.
do a rifle.
He doesn't even blink.
Hi, I'm Mary. I play Astra, the ASMR cleric.
Hi, I'm George. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owlin Druid.
Oh, what great energy today.
So
Someday...
we have solved how to stop the stare off between the girls. Just get Mary to turn off her camera.
I think it was more confused on my part.
I mean, someday they will learn, all of you will learn that the order doesn't really matter or mean anything.
Look, sometimes it's just a point of pride.
It's the principle. It's the principle of the thing.
No
Like, I
no
know
one
how my
gives a shit
grandparents
about
met, I
the
know how my
order. It's just that
parents
everyone
met.
gets a
We
turn.
do. We give a shit.
It's not like I'm up
We
here
give a
asking
shit,
who's the
okay?
biggest, most
Yeah,
likely ever to
they're
join the
like, who's the most
KKK.
like a whale, and we're like, wait, we need to think about this.
Yeah, it's not like I'm giving you guys actual, who's the most racist. That's not... None of this matters. They are illogical questions about
Because
Back
we
to the
know
Future.
the answer to who's the most racist.
No.
It's Ryan.
But they are questions that may come up in a quiz at some point. They're like the quiz may be who's most like a fish. We know who's most like a fish now.
Well, how many quizzes are that subjective? How many pub quizzes do you tend to that subjective? Those are like drama warm-up games.
Have you ever had that moment when you're taking like a really stupid BuzzFeed quiz?
Oh, this looks like a fun
I
quiz.
feel like it was me that was the most fish. Was it?
I don't remember.
I can't remember either, but I feel
Have you
like
ever
it
had that
was.
moment when you're taking a really stupid BuzzFeed quiz and it like times out halfway and you're like, oh man, I'll never find out what kind of toast topping I am. And there's like an actual second of disappointment and then you're like, what the
Why do
fuck
I
am I
care?
doing with my life?
In other news, who wants to remind us what happened previously on
I
the
can't
Expanse?
remember.
Space.
We
Done.
went to a space station. I tried to buy magic items, but I forgot I was poor. We went to go try and find some work. Actually, the Asimart went to try and find some work, and there was a scary gift lady cussing out a bug, like a bug person, not like a literal bug. Well, I suppose he's a literal bug too, but anyway. And she was like, "Yeah, someone stole my papers or cargo, or I wasn't there, so I wasn't really paying attention."
Her documentation.
Her documentation
Shipping
about
manifest.
some secret
Manifest.
cargo that she has, and she was like, "Here's my list of suspects. Find out who it is. Bring them to justice. Don't kill them unless you have to, I guess. But like, try not to kill them." And the ASMR were like, "Hey guys, we got a whodunit to do," and we were like, "We'll be right there." And then we got right there because what else were we gonna do? We're trying to get some money because we're poor.
Oh, we want to upgrade the ship.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys are all currently on board the vessel. The vessel here. I can't remember if I named it or not.
I don't think you did.
I think there was a name.
You can name it
I'm
right
just-
now if you want. We won't judge you. Name it the Bunt Chungly.
It's called the Eclipse's Grace.
Not as fun, but okay.
But yeah, you guys are all currently aboard the cargo hold, the Eclipse's Grace, and Volgir, maybe just before you had stepped aboard, Volgir's final question was, "How much are we getting paid?" So as Volgir says that, that is where we are going to basically jump straight back into it.
Also, not to alarm anyone, but just before this session started, Harry went, "Are you guys level 5 or 6?" And I went, "We're 7 actually." And he went, "Oh, good." So.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
That really adds another 5 levels to the challenge rating.
I hate it when Harry smiles. It just makes me nervous for some reason. I don't know why.
Stop being happy, you bastard.
Thalia looks at you, Volgir, and goes like, "An appropriate question, I suppose. How does 10,000 credits sound?"
Look at the rest.
I mean, it's 2,000 each.
2,000 credits.
That's
What's
good
that,
or
20
not.
gold?
My money perception has become very skewed.
That's 20 gold each.
Sounds fair to me.
It's
long
more
as it's-
than what we have.
Yeah.
Valid.
As long
Tell
as
you
it's
what,
Well, that's a
nothing,
fair
yeah.
point.
If you could do it fast enough to keep me on schedule, I'll also throw in an exclusive trade permit. It'll give you access to the trade routes, high-value cargoes if you wish to take them. Might allow you to pick up a few lucrative trade missions in the future.
But Inner Finnegan is a.
That is a Finnegan who? I've never heard of such a man. That sounds like a good deal.
I'm just waiting for us to come across like a massive like interspace trading port called Finnegan's, and it's like he made it.
Across the stars. So we have, I believe, 5 suspects: the dock worker, the guild merchant, Valen's representative, the human named Kella, Lyra Valen, the actual trader, and then York Bran, the security guard for the docks.
That sounded like a lot more than 5 people.
That
No,
did
no,
sound like a
because
lot
you
of fun.
dock worker, guild merchant, Kella, Lyra Valen, York Bran.
Okay. It might have
Let me
been.
just pull out my book. I
Descriptions
feel like
that I
I'm
got
gonna
Yes, I was
use.
adding in descriptions because context to who they are.
Yeah, I mean, you guys like have you also have access to her ship if you want to look for clues.
Hang on, give me our list of suspects
I will
again.
see.
Do you want me to give them to
Her
you?
name.
So
Get her name.
Dorian was a dock worker. Lyra Valen, who was a merchant, who was a she's a fellow merchant. There was also
Dude, you do not realize how slowly I write. I'm still on the second name.
okay.
Lyra Valen.
Well,
merchant.
I hadn't finished. I just described
Lyra-
Lyra Valen there.
Lyra Valen.
Yeah. There was her associate, Jonas Kincaid. And they both work at the Merchants Guild Hall at the Zeta Trade Station. There
The
was
associate visited twice, didn't they?
Kella, who was the human smuggler, the freelancer.
Freelancer.
And there was Yurik Bran, who's the security officer, who he said Yurik was on board briefly before it went missing, but he was also on board a bit afterwards because she reported the missing thing to him. Yeah, so Yurik, it's called.
Okay. Let's check the ship for clues.
Mhm.
That's what you do when you're investigating, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you
think
want to, check,
I've
I
read
got a nat-
at least 3 murder mysteries, so I feel like I'm very qualified.
Did I already do that? Because I got a nat
think
20
we did,
investigation
did
last.
I thought the
Time.
investigation was to find
Because the
work.
find work.
Oh.
fine work.
Yep, fair enough.
Yep,
Another investigation.
you've not yet started because Volgir's first question was how much you can pay for this, and then because the whole reason we got Volgir is because you wanted someone who's better at using investigation. Because you said I think
yes.
Volgir's good at that.
Yeah.
My recording sessions is so good.
We also need to buy a bunch of those deer murderer hats.
And magnifying glasses.
It took me a second to work out what you meant by deer murdering hats.
Thalia
Right,
will
so I'm
just continue going about her business. But Thalia is
helping
available
me?
as our crew if you wish to talk to any of them as well. So Volgir, you're looking around your
I
own.
will assist. I mean,
Yeah, I was
22.
gonna say I was
We're
I think
looking
I
around.
need assistance.
Sure. And you're just looking in the
Looking in the hold for the moment.
okay.
I thought we weren't
Just
allowed
about
to
the
look
place.
in the hold because it's secret.
No, she let you. She said she there is a very there is a specific container in her hold
Oh.
which she's not allowing you into. But the rest of the she's letting you into where because the cargo manifest was on that container, so she's letting you into that area to look around. So with a 22 Volgir, you basically find that there are 6 potential points of interest that are kind of in this area. The first one is there is a set of like unusual scuffed footprints nearby where the manifest was last seen. They appear to be hurried and out of place among the standard traffic patterns of the cargo hold. You also notice and find there is a dropped access card that was partially hidden underneath a crate. A quick inspection seems to be that it was a dock worker, but it doesn't have details. It's like it's a dock worker's card, but it doesn't necessarily have like ID like openly on it. It has like an ID number, but it doesn't have like a name. There is a security camera on the ship itself, which is like overlooking the cargo hold, which you notice. You also find that there is a symbol scratched into the side of the cargo container where the manifest was.
What's the symbol look like?
There's also nearby a cargo manifest that wasn't. It doesn't seem to match the rest of the ship. So like there's several. If you can imagine, kind of like your ship, there's multiple like shipping containers all throughout the inside of this cargo hold, and each one has a manifest of like what's inside. But there's one manifest which doesn't look like it's from the same ship. It doesn't match the aesthetic or design. That one stands out to you. And you also find there is, tucked behind a storage unit, some kind of little small, like, round device that appears to have been, like, stuck on. It doesn't look like it's a part of the ship. It's being tucked behind a storage unit.
Right.
It's a bug, but not the same bug
I
that are
will-
all over the ship.
I
What does
will
the
have a
symbol
look at all
scratched
of these
into
in
the thing look
orders, in orders first.
Sure. Volgir is kind of heading up this thing, so I imagine you'll get to it all individually. So you want to look at the footprints first?
I'll have a picture. and see what we're
Sure.
going for.
You could either make me a perception check, if you want to, like, look for a wider kind of like area of search or things like that, or you can make an investigation check if you want to try to work out specifically, like why they are, like where they were going, like where they might lead, or like what
Yeah.
what kind of pace they were taking.
What size and whatnot.
Yeah.
Kind of. I will change that then.
I mean, it's the same modifier for
Listen.
you, so it's still 13.
Yeah,
Um,
so 13, yeah.
Even with 13, just because it's not like there's a lot of dirt on the ground, it's just like these like little boot scuffs and things like that you kind of see. Clearly hurried, like whoever was doing it, but there's nothing really super concrete to go off here. There's no like, it's not like footprints in the dirt, it's more like where someone's foot has, like caught on the floor and it has like rubbed off some of the sole of their shoe, that kind of thing.
Move on to the card then.
Yeah, you find the card.
If any, see if there's anything on the card, like me hair or anything like that. maybe
Yeah,
around or
just
on the
do
card.
a if you're looking for things like that, I'll call it.
Okay,
It's probably going to be another investigation check. 24 that
What
would
was
be,
that?
or 23 that would be.
Okay. I clicked the thing above it by
that's
accident, so
You find that this is a access card, but it is not for the individual who you had information on. It's not on Dorian. It is on someone called Hans.
can someone make a note of that? Because I've not got my notepad. with it.
Hans Lockheed.
Actually, I've got. Let me see if I can get. Prepared.
It's an access card. It's a dock worker's access card, which would allow basically them to access the ship if no one was like, you know, if like the captain was not present in case there was like an emergency or things like that. It's kind of like not quite an all access passes, but like they can override the docking controls. They couldn't necessarily get into things like shipping containers, but they definitely could get on board the ship. This kind of card.
Move stuff.
And if like Hans Lockheed, who was not like, you know, no mention of him was given so far.
Them out was Dorian.
Yeah, the dock worker checked them out was Dorian. There's the camera as well.
Yeah. Move on to see if this spot.
Arcana check if you wanna like basically like, you know, try to crack it from far, or you maybe want to go speak to someone because this is clearly part of the ship itself. And there is actually, let me just check real quick. Did I make this part of the ship in the end? Okay, so this this camera actually, so I'm gonna record something slightly. It's not actually part of the ship. It's part of the corridor the ship connects to. So it looks into the cargo bay, but it's like connected to the main station. So you'd have to probably get contact security for this. But you can make me a perception check, just like as you kind of like spend a bit more time like looking at it.
15.
15 is just enough. You notice that the panel, which kind of like is the houses, this casing, it looks like there is a lot of scratches on the paintwork as if someone took like a screwdriver or a multi-tool of some kind and was trying to pop it off by brute force. Maybe he's being tampered with, if you're not sure.
Can I see what's inside of it?
If you want to, you'd have to climb up to it. It's like on the roof, so it's like probably like 9-10 foot high. But it's kind of like looking across the way into the cargo bay. So it's got a good opening on the actual like door itself. So it would show everyone who came and went.
Can anyone give me a lift?
I have
Yeah,
wings, so I could
I'll
just...
give you
Or the wing person can do that, yeah. Let the wing person.
Or we start, you know, throwing the dwarf around.
What's your strength score, Atlas?
Low.
What do you weigh, Vulgar?
Yeah, I wasn't suggesting I try and fly him up there. I'm suggesting I just fly up there and
the
look.
screwdriver.
There is no way in
yeah,
hell I'm
Cyrus.
lifting that guy.
I thought you were trying to
Cyrus,
fly
I
him
think-
up.
No.
I think she needs your multi-tool.
Oh yeah, sure. And that's under the multi-tool.
Multi-tool. You fly up.
I was about to say I could probably lift you up because I've got a 19.
Be an Arcana check, or if you're proficient with like Tinker's tools or anything the like, you can use that instead. But it's gonna be an intelligence-based check.
So, Arcana?
We have a 19
Arcana, yeah.
strength score.
I should have just held you up, yeah. I've got the ogre's hand.
18.
18 is just enough. You pop open the panel, it comes out quite easily, and you notice that someone has done something to the actual inner workings of this thing. Cables have been moved around that look kind of out of place and a bit strange. It looks like they have corrupted probably some footage by effectively like making the camera malfunction temporarily. You think you might be able to recover some partial footage, but you're not sure how good the quality is going to be.
I mean, they're like a magic SD card that I can grab to recover that footage, or
You would know.
just snap the whole camera off.
You would know it probably has gone to the main like security terminals. Like so, whoever runs security here probably has better access
I'm
to
just saying, who would know to tamper with security footage?
Security guard.
Mm-hmm.
that. I mean,
can't tamper with
Volgear
it.
spotted the camera pretty quick. So if you were casing a joint,
Yeah, but I feel like if I was just a random criminal, I would just like smack the camera out, you know?
It could be an inside job. Like if they knew the camera was there.
Well, regardless, worth looking into
Next
the security
one.
footage, even if it's been tampered with.
okay. Next one
Yeah,
is the little
I think
mark
I'll move.
on the cargo.
What's it look like?
It looks like a circle with a shepherd's crook around it. Kind of like, I don't know how visible that's going to be. Kind of like that shape.
Oh, that is not what I drew. Okay. I would have called that more like a question mark with the circle in the middle instead.
Well, there's no dot at the bottom, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because the dot went to the middle.
This is what I saw when I drew it. That's why I showed you a picture and didn't just describe it. Yeah, I mean, you find the little symbol. If you want to see if you recognize it at all, it's going to be a history check.
Anyone recognize this? Or more likely to recognize this than me?
My history is
let me
only
just-
like a average.
I'm at 2.
I'm going to say right now, some people may have advantage on this check, but I'm not going to tell you who until you actually decide who's rolling.
I feel like Ash is
I
going to
wonder.
try because she lived in the fucking temple, but I don't think her history is particularly good.
It could be Circle of the Shepherd, which would be a druid thing. I could try it.
We may as well all try.
Do we
and
all
see
just
what
want to have a look
happens.
at the
I will
symbol
allow
just
I
to
will
see?
allow up to 2 of you to attempt to this check.
Can I try it? My history's decent.
Otherwise, it'll just
I'm
be your
just gonna-
passive check if you're not
Yeah,
one of those two.
And the other thing is it something thievy?
Atlas, no. idea.
i.e.
Worth a try.
thieves'
That's one go
cant?
gone. So whatever person.
I mean, if it is.
Yeah, it
do
could have
we-
been a thieves'
Did we
camp
let the
thing.
rogue?
Do it? Is it?
Do we think it's a
like-
thievy thing?
If it is, I can give it a roll.
You speak
What's
thieves'
your
camp,
history
right?
anyway?
How good's your history?
The advantage might not
good,
help
but
at all.
I do speak thieves' cant.
But surely if you spoke thieves' camp, you just recognize it immediately anyway.
It might help him better recognize patterns and symbols.
Ah, okay.
Maybe, there's like a very like thieves can to some level, but like, if you were a thief in London and you meet a thief from Barcelona, like the call signs and stuff may have similarities, but they're not necessarily gonna be the same.
So it's not like the
It's like-
alphabet.
Oh.
Because I feel like if there was like a letter B written somewhere, I'd be like, yeah, that's a B.
No. Do you
But-
B
to
looks
What
to,
you-
to
what you're
better
saying
explain
is like
thieves can't to you,
ASL.
thieves can't is literally, it's not even like ASL, it's more like thieves can't is a variety of things. It's Cockney rhyming slang, it's hand gestures, things like that. But also it's kind of like how in a movie or like a movie of like gangsters, things like that, like it's knowing that when you walk into a certain area, this is the kind of thing you do to get this kind of person's attention. It's knowing that, like, putting your money on the table before you order a drink is a symbol that you want, that you're looking to barter for information, not necessarily drinks. It's things like it's like passive, like, how you handle yourself out and about, and how
It's
that
almost like etiquette.
it's a different lifestyle. But like, but it also can be down to, like, fucking Navy SEAL hand gestures, to Cockney rhyming slang about, like, secret messages and coded words and things like that, or like, things of that nature. But it's a variety of things. It's like,
So how do you wait for a watch?
yeah. And this all could be completely irrelevant, and I could be leading on the best red herring ever. It could just be like an old devil rune.
No, you said that, I
Cyrus.
think-
The ASMR ruin,
Fuck.
who the fuck knows?
Who wants to roll it?
Let the thief do it.
Yeah.
Something got stolen. Ask a thief.
Oh,
Beros, roll with advantage, please.
wonderful.
Hey. I did wonder that when you didn't get advantage.
Nat 20.
Nat 20,
on
didn't
one
need
of
the
those.
advantage. Beros, this is a smuggler's symbol.
There's a smuggler.
Based on the design, it looks like it is a suggestion for a potential mark. So a mark of maybe an item, maybe that they would like to take, like a target for them, perhaps. But you would know that this mark has also been used in some situations to even mark like a route, or even like a secret cache or things like that. So maybe it's maybe a mark that was left by the original person. The Thalia did mention that this was being transported by someone, and if she didn't get it to where it needs to go, she could be in hot shit.
Yeah.
That's why she can't. That's why she can't just sell it off while she's on the ship and then, like, get away scot-free.
I'll relay that information.
Yeah. Cool. Quick question: do you just turn the music on, or is my Roll20 be bugging out
Been
this
on the
entire
whole
time?
time.
It's not alright.
I was
George,
wondering why it
could
was
you
so
let
quiet.
Juno out for a pee?
Okay, but I don't think she needs one. I think she's just faking it.
Okay, well, she's begging to go out, so you should listen to that.
Alright, final thing is the black circle.
There is also the strange out-of-place manifest.
Oh, manifest first, then, yeah.
Yep. You find the manifest kind of like among the area. if you would like to cross-reference the items and see if you can try to work out maybe where they have come from and things like that, it's going to be an investigation check. But you'd need like probably something to help you cross-reference. So maybe you would need to speak to security and ask to get like scans of the thing itself, or maybe someone else wants to peruse the list properly. But a quick look through, it's a load of goods, and if you showed them to Thalia, for instance, she tells you that none of those are on her ship. She's like, nah, this doesn't belong to me. I don't know whose this is.
Does it have? Usually a manifest has a ship name or something to the top of it. Does it have anything of the sort?
This one doesn't have a ship name. It doesn't have any markable features.
Mm-hmm.
Which is strange, you would know for a manifest. It's definitely like on a manifest tablet, but it's almost like someone's been using it to make a note of stuff, like a list. Like a shopping list.
What's the stuff that's getting...
There is a variety of items.
Is it kind of foodish? Luxuries?
There is list. The list kind of runs as follows: plasma rifles, neurotoxin vials, pharmaceuticals, explosive charges, credits with a little like asterisk next to it, cybernetics, AI cores, tech blueprints.
Why does that sound like a military ship if I've ever heard anything? Alright. Then we're on to the final little circle for the moment.
Yep, so little circle. You go over and have a little look at it. It is like tiny. It's not big. It's yay size. The size of I don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
Not massive. Like you'd hold it in between your pinky and your finger and thumb. It seems to be some kind of like device. Maybe a transmitter of some kind. You can make an Arcana check if you want to try to break into it and see if you can get any information from it.
Give it a shot. Unless anyone wants to a bit better.
I'm not very skilled in the Arcana.
No.
No, never mind.
I was hoping it would be a thievy tools check, to be honest. I pass it on to the expertise, but no worries. I'll do some Arcana then.
Go for it.
That's not bad. 18.
I'm 18. Okay. You are able to backtrack some of the messages that have been sent from this thing. It seems like this is some kind of communicator. And it seems to be kind of like highlighting a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Anything particular that catches my eye in the conversation?
So, you see the oldest message on the communicator is it reads just message 1. It is from an unknown sender. It doesn't have any
sexting.
It doesn't have any like associated thing. The message reads, D. The shipment is scheduled to arrive on Eclipse's grace. It says the manifest is swapped and the black market goods are offloaded discreetly. Payment will be transferred upon confirmation of successful delivery. Do not fail us. The timestamp was 2 days before the manifest was reported missing. The second message is being... So whereas that was a received message, the next message is an outgoing message. It doesn't go to the same unknown sender. It goes to a contact called K, and it says, K, switch needs to be clean. I'll create a distraction in storage bay Delta. Ensure your team is in place, ready to move the goods. We have a narrow window. Confirm when your people are in place. D. That was 1 day ago. The third message is from a contact called Y, and it reads, security footage for the time the operation is taken care of. Cameras on loop. 30 minutes. Why? That was 12 hours ago. The fourth message is from this K, who was mentioned before, to the unknown sender, like redacted effectively, and it says, goods are secured and off station. Doran and Newark played their parts perfectly. We're clear for distribution, waiting for orders. Kella. You get all 3 names in that last one. Then there is a payment transfer confirmation window from the unknown to D. And it says, D, payment has been transferred as agreed. Ensure all trace of our involvement are erased. We cannot afford any loose ends. And that was from about
Dawn.
3 hours ago.
Dorian,
Dawn.
Kella,
Dorian-
and Yorick.
Yeah, Dorian, Yurik, and Kella were all mentioned directly.
They were all in on it together. And now I'm just looking at the 2 merchants like it was them. Too easy.
And when was the thing actually taking place? Was it the 12 hours ago?
Yeah, so the manifest missing went 12 hours ago. So the confirmation that it was off station was sent about 2 hours after manifested missing. There was then an immediate payment transfer confirmation. And then there was a follow-up message, which was 12 hours after manifested missing, basically saying to ensure that all the loose ends were erased.
So we know Dorian,
And she
Kella,
just-
and Yorick were in on it, but there's also a 4th mystery person.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, they've got it somewhere. So we needed to find it, didn't we?
You
Or
need
did
to
we just
find it.
information?
She'd asked you to find it, and also to, if possible, she'd asked you to bring it back. Basically, she wanted it returned, and she would like you, if possible, to hand over the one responsible, or get her the information. And then she would have the security deal with that individual once they had good evidence.
Information now. We have some information. We have some evidence now.
Yeah. The communicator was the
so is-
hardest thing to find, of the whole thing. So,
the best pointing one.
Yeah.
Any of those 3 actually on the ship at this time?
You would have to go find out.
If only I had
Should we
locate object
have a
readied,
look?
but I never do.
Guys, should we go have a wander?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
all we gotta do now is find it,
guess so.
right?
Yeah, so should we have a look around the ship?
Did we get an initial for the unknown party member, or
I don't think so.
No, they never.
We got DKNR.
Anytime that they are mentioned, it is almost like they are it's just redacted, or it's like a blank space. You got D, K, and
So we
R,
narrowed it
which
down.
then all as it
yeah?
Well, Dorian and Yorick both work here, so their jobs could be in jeopardy if this comes out. I suggest we go put the squeeze on one of them and see if they want to talk.
Well, 2 of them are the merchants. One of them's in the ship, isn't there?
Dorian is a
One
dog
of them's part of
worker,
the ship.
Yorick is the security, and Kalla was the
And
smuggler.
Kella's the freelancer.
I'd still like to know. So maybe he's stolen the card of someone else, so that it doesn't lead back to him. But shall we go find Dorian then?
Yeah, let's go ask Dorian what
Yeah, I
he knows.
definitely think starting with Dorian or York is probably the better.
We'll start with Dorian, and we'll keep him from messaging while we go interrogate the others.
Sure.
Somehow.
I know this is going to be a very random luck thing, but just stepping out of the ship, if I look around, can I see any animals that might have seen shit happen?
any animals on a space station.
There might be people
Roll me a
selling
D20.
space chickens. You don't know. Live cargo
Pets.
is a thing.
People have
Roll me a
pets.
D20 for luck.
Just be a random pigeon or equivalent.
18.
18. You have a look around. The only animal that might have been able to see anything like this, you notice there is a small little train of ants, which is going along the roof near where the security camera was, following a scent trail.
Hang on, I'm just gonna ask these ants if they saw anything.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe worth keeping an eye out when we do go to speak to one of them if anyone else is looking
Well, if
worried
we
that we're
see,
talking to them.
is it worthwhile agreeing that like saying now, if they happen to be together or there's multiple of them, is it worth me trying to listen in on them using invisibility? See if they
Possibly.
give a clue.
The
to
more
where things
information,
are.
the more information we can gather on them, probably the better.
But if he's just on his own, he's not going to say anything to him. We just need to make sure he doesn't contact them.
How long does it take to cast a ritual?
10 minutes plus the original casting time.
We have 10 minutes for me to speak to some ants.
Sure.
And I
Or
will
the
cast
grinds
I will
around
cast
with
speak with
shooting.
animals as a ritual.
Yep.
Is there a speak with insects?
I assume they're animals.
Yeah, they're technically counted as
It's
beasts.
anything
Yeah,
that
well,
counts as a beast.
Yeah, you
Look,
spend
I'm
some
a
time.
druid and I don't get to talk to animals very often, okay?
You
Last
choose
time I
not
spoke to something, it was a crazy squirrel.
choose not to go to planets very often anymore.
I speak to Tewa all the time.
He's not an
Just technically
animal.
not a beast, but
Also, she had to train herself to speak to Dewa.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you try to speak to the ants. You reach out, you feel your like mind form like a connection.
Excuse me, ants. Do I have to do it on each ant individually, or do the ants as a whole count?
I think
as-
you now speak with animals, so
Okay.
the ants all like
I'm
keep
speaking
trundling along.
ant.
But one ant wanders off the central, like drawn to your strange
Not a very good
clicking and
one.
clacking noises you're making, and he looks up at you and he very quietly speaks in your direction. You have to get very close to listen to him because he's got a very small, tiny voice. He's very small and tiny. And he says like, "Yes, what do you want?"
I was wondering if you might have seen a thievery happen here about 12 hours ago, or anyone in your colony? Is that what ants have?
If you're referring to the great breadcrumb heist of the last night, we know nothing.
I am not.
Then maybe.
Well, just if you had seen something, then, you know, there might be some other crumbs in it for you.
Make me a persuasion check.
Hell, maybe even a drop of honey or two.
Make me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm gonna persuade the shit out of these
Not
ants.
enough food. You don't get advantage.
Yeah, 6.
6. I know that we are very small creatures, but we are not rats. We ain't got time for you feds.
Not feds. I don't know what a fed is. I don't think I'm feds. Look, I'm just wondering if you saw anyone leave here with a manifest. It would have looked, fuck, what does a fucking manifest look like? I don't fucking know. I've never seen one.
It's like an iPad.
Olga will
basically.
hold up the other one and just
Yeah.
point at it.
Would have looked something like this. They were probably trying to be kind of sneaky, or maybe it would have been messing with this camera, or...
Listen, if anyone did or didn't, not our place to say. We didn't see anything.
I should stand on you for your insolence.
I'm on the fucking wall. Can't stand on walls, that's why we ride on the walls. You lean on walls. Very slow.
Well, thanks for nothing, ants.
There.
You look stupid in front of my friends. I hope you're happy.
Good. Bed, knock. And he goes back, you hear it's like, yeah, you tell him 4514. They just get stitches, man. Fuck that bitch. And they like scutter off.
Alice stands up. He's like, I didn't see anything.
let's go talk to the other two then.
I'm more amazed that you actually managed to hear them. Suppose that good hearing. You keep
Owls have
saying.
very good hearing. Aren't we famous for that? No, eyesight.
Anyway,
Should we go find Dorian? Is it?
Yeah,
what we're
let's
looking
go
for?
kill Dorian.
Oh.
No. Find Dorian.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking around Dorian, he's doesn't take that long to find if you ask around. He's a long-time dock worker in Storage Bay Delta. are you just looking to speak direct? Are you trying to find and speak to him directly, or you want to try to like find any information about him? Or you should like dig around, or are you just looking to chat to him?
Maybe we could
I
like
wanna-
send Barros in as like asking about something else, but seeing if you can get any information out of him like another way.
Could do.
You could go as in like
And then-
as like an alter ego. I don't know.
Mm.
You could just go in as Barry Lightshoe and tell him that you're new to trading. And does he know of any valuable shipments that maybe people don't want openly?
Or is there any quick ways of making money?
Sure, I can go.
Pretend to be a wannabe smuggler.
I can go sleaze my way into this
Tell him you
this
wanna be
guy's
a
information.
I guess just tell him you were a pirate. I don't know.
Suddenly we're arrested again and thrown in a even more impenetrable prison.
Yeah. So you're going to just go up and speak to Dorian then?
Sure.
Yep. Right now he's actually on like a break. So he's in like this little a little like break room, which kind of is like very similar to like a canteen kind of style setup. There's a lot like commuter tables, a couple of like big sofas. There's an air hockey table in the corner, and Dorian's like sat, and he is eating his lunch. Looks like he's eating a meal at the minute. As you kind of like come in. And like you see, he's like sat, and he's like sat like alone at a table. Like other people like sat together at other tables. He currently sat on his own, so approaching him is very easy. Barrow, so you just gonna sit next to him, or
Yeah, I'll sit across from him.
you kind of sit across from him.
I'll like open a packet of like rations or whatever.
To get in Barrows, you probably had to like ride on someone's coattails a little bit. You're not in like a secure area, but there is like a requirement basically to scan your like ID card basically to like basically open the door. But like it's not like you follow the guy in and he's like, oh, they didn't seem to give a shit, like
Like tailgating someone into a building.
Yeah.
Or
But
for a
easy enough
toll
to do.
bridge.
And it's not like it's been met with any resistance or punishment. In fact, like, it probably happens all the time, you imagine. But you sit down kind of opposite him, he like looks up and was like, alright.
Yeah, I'm doing quite well. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm good, keeping well. Busy enough as always, Are you new here? You working at the docks?
No, I'm not. I'm not with the docks. I'm actually looking for you. I've heard you're a man to speak to.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I mean, I just work at the docks. I mean, I see a lot of ships, meet a lot of captains, I suppose. If you want to, like, if you're looking for someone, maybe I've seen them. I mean, I guess it depends, really.
Well, let's just say theoretically, if I was looking to acquire some cargo that's not so common around these parts, worth a little bit more chits than what's being traded around here. You know anything about that?
I would like you, Barros, to... I think I want you to make me a deception check. Because although maybe Barros is a little bit interested in this kind of thing, you're definitely trying to, like, bait him into biting on this line.
10.
I like the idea of like Barros is trying to bait him, but also if you find out any good smuggling details, we're not against it.
Yeah.
We're already breaking the law, it's...
Barros, make me an insight check to, like, follow up here, just as you kind of, like, sit down, like, try to drink this guy in, his, like, behaviors and his general look and wouts. 19, okay.
19?
You notice on his wrist is a brand new top-of-the-line hollow strap.
Dude, he's got a Rolex hollow strap.
Like, you're talking, like, a good, 40,000 shits just to drop on that kind of thing.
Let's rob this guy.
And, like, if he's just a dock worker, the wage doesn't really, in your head, the profile doesn't fit. It's like,
Yeah.
it's clumsy. And he looks at you and goes like, well, like sometimes I see things. I mean, I guess it kind of depends what exactly you're looking for. Anything particular you're looking for? Any, because I check some ships, so I kind of know what some people are selling if you're looking to buy things.
Let's just say that I work for someone who's willing to pay kind of enough money so that you can afford five of those new hollow straps.
Make me a. This is gonna be another deception check. I will give you flat roll, and I will follow it up in a second. 12.
Sorry, but just I will give you flat rolls. Like that's how D&D works. I will give you the opportunity to roll.
With a passive insight of 14, Beros, you see you pointing the new hollow strap, and the kind of the way you're talking like that, he's getting nervous. He's getting a little bit suspicious, and he's like, you can see that there's definitely like, cogs are turning in his head. He keeps looking from you and looking to like the door or looking to like the kitchens. Like he's not maintaining eye contact.
We're watching for afar, aren't we?
I mean, your guys, if you imagine, like, this is probably, like, there's probably big glass windows that kind of, like, look into this canteen bay, and, like, a door as well.
Just all stood in front of the window.
There's four of us just...
Like, wiping the fog off the glass. I imagine you're keeping back a little bit to let Beros
like
do
a
thing.
box to stand on so he can see up to.
I mean, if you wanted, Beros could leave his hollow strap on like an open transmission to one of yours. You guys could be getting like a live feed of like what's being
all
said.
of us just around the whole shop, like, move along, nothing to see here.
And he looks and goes like, well, I mean, this was a gift from my granddaughter. She's doing very well for herself over the Omphalos. But look, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to make some money if you've got money up for it. But again, I don't really know what you're asking for. Well, what are you looking for specifically? Like, is there something in particular you want to buy or sell, or do you have something to sell? Or are you just looking to buy something to sell later on? I'm not following.
What that thing was.
Let's just say I'm looking for something that let's just say I'm looking for something not so legal.
Oh, it looks around, like the quite busy area you're in. Look, all ships' contents are scanned before you dock. Any cargo that's not necessarily legal isn't allowed to be traded here. That's just the rules. Obviously, some stuff you buy here might not be legal wherever you're taking it, if that's what you mean. There's like a few... normally, like, organic matter's a bigger problem. Things like, tusks, teeth, certain cuts of meat can be protected in some planets and areas. Especially if they're like, considered sentient over there. Maybe we don't give a shit about them here. But I think that's more like a crossover of like Draconid space rather than like, Amalgamate space kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not really getting anywhere. I think quite stealthily, I'm going to try and pull out one of my short swords and
okay,
press it under.
Stab him.
I'm going to kind of press it into his stomach from under the table as kind of a threat.
It's like pulling the gun under the table. He's
an average short sword length
Do you not
ranges.
have a dagger on you already?
An average short sword ranges from 60 to 90 centimeters in blade length.
I feel like I could secretly pull 60 centimeters.
So, I mean, that's at least 2 rulers stacked on top of each
I'm
other.
very stealthy. Do you not have a dagger on you?
I have a dagger.
A dagger would be more appropriate. The dagger's like a
dagger's like
kitchen
holding a
knife.
knife
Yeah,
to
like a kitchen knife. It's not like a little piddly thing. It's still a big dagger.
Oh, it's like you just sat there as you hit.
Yeah, like it's like you'd have to be like shing. Like
By the time you've got it out, he's out the door.
What if you just fake like a really long coughing fit as you're unsheathing?
I mean, like maybe not his stomach, but you definitely could place a dagger like over his like thigh.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Point at his dick.
Okay.
Really make him sweat.
Make me a let's call this like a sleight of hand check because this is you're trying to do this with letting him realize what you're doing, but not anyone else. So it's kind of like how much information you give away.
I'm just saying,
24.
I've had shifts before where if I saw someone pulling a knife on my coworker in the break room, I'd be like, that's none of my fucking business, okay?
Well, time for me to leave.
Oh, I think I heard someone calling me,
Yeah, Barrel's very, very successfully. You like touch the tip of the blade to his leg and it like flinches away instinctually, and then he like his eyes kind of widen like he realizes like what's happening. But no one else seems to twig, and he doesn't, he plays the game. He doesn't start screaming for help or anything like that. Like, and he's definitely listening. Look, man, I don't know what you want, okay? Like, I'm just asking you like to tell me what you want, and maybe I can help you, okay?
Right. Let's just kind of cut the shit. I'm looking for whoever took a manifest last night from a ship here docked.
Make me an intimidation check with advantage.
because there's a knife against his balls.
It's a great motivator.
21.
There's a ghost behind you, Anthony.
There is. Sorry, my girlfriend's bringing me food.
No.
The thoughtful
Red doesn't have that
ghost.
luxury.
And then I'm just waiting for the cat to follow to come take the food.
Okay. All right. Look. I helped, just making sure there's a little bit of noise last night in Storage Bay Delta. Okay, that was all I had to do. Right. Very, very simple. I got paid a bit for it. Everybody's happy. Like, I don't know the full ins and outs.
So, who was it that you made the noise for?
Oh, that was Keller. Yeah, Keller Dawn.
Right. That wasn't that easy.
Yeah, well, like I said, all you do is just ask me what you wanted, and you have been really weird before, and yep, totally happy to help. I didn't do anything wrong. I just knocked some crates over and asked for people to help me. Okay. Whatever she did is her business, not mine.
Hmm. Well, to be fair, that is an awfully lot of credits for just making some noise.
Well, and also, I mean, I couldn't even be there. I was on break when that noise was happening as well, because I was, you can check my card logs. I was in the break room.
But Hans Lockheed wasn't, you dickweed.
Look, I mean, at the minute, it's just he says, she said, right? Like, you're going to say that I told you something, and I'm going to say that I wasn't there, and I had this... And look, this is where I was. This is my key card's tracking.
I kind of want to be just stood at the window, just holding the little circle, just waving it backwards and forwards.
Against the window, and it's just the key card.
Just walk into the break room holding the key card like, did a Hans Lockheed lose his card while stealing an item from...
And then in the other hand, just the black circle, just like, just pick one. Which one do you want?
A co-worker of yours. He was involved, yes? Hans.
I don't know, man. I've not really seen Hans in a couple of days.
Vicious. Hans is dead.
I think he went off station.
Even more.
Maybe
suspicious.
holiday or something.
Convenient.
He went to the farm.
Hans went to a farm upstate.
Right. I think that is all the questions that I need. Don't go anywhere.
Yep. Well, I work here. Why would I go anywhere else?
I'm sure if we have any more questions, we'll be back.
Sure. Well, I might not be in this exact area because I can't be on my break forever. I'll be just working, but I'll be in Storage Bay later. Like I said, happy to help. Just gotta ask.
You've been most helpful.
Thank you very much.
And I'll just leave.
Barros leaves. You
I
all...
just remembered that I still have Tewa with me because I was trying to get him a magic item. We are
makes the
so
window
not
seem
stealthy.
And you guys are all
Yeah,
huddled around
well,
a little plant in the corner.
Goat
Hollow
head
strap.
sticking out of one side, dragon head sticking out of the other.
Don't relay that information.
Can I keep my eye on him? See what he does. Does he immediately run off?
Once Barros leaves,
Mhm.
the guy waits about maybe like 30 seconds,
Changes his underwear.
gets up, takes his little like canteen, like almost like school dinner tray, to the bin, dumps everything into the bin, and then he exits through the kitchens.
Can I
Should we follow him?
cast invisibility and follow him?
Okay, there is now at least one locked door between you and him because of the
Oh,
you have to wait for someone to come or go. Barrel's kind of had time. He wasn't in a rush. He just waited for someone and just walked in behind them, like, confidently, but you're not waiting for, like, a luck at the moment. You can roll me a d20, see if someone's coming or going in the exact moment.
Can I try and get over the building because I'm assuming the kitchens will exit out near, like, a bins area out back?
You couldn't get over, but you can try to go around the building, because there's no... If you can imagine, you're on a space station. It's corridors. It's tight. There's no...
Yeah.
There's no sky. It's...
I'll try and get around.
19. Volkir,
so
yeah,
are we
you cast
following him?
invisibility. As you do so, someone you see has just finished also scraping their food, and they are coming towards the door. You kind of get set up there, like just next to the door, and you slip inside with invisibility. They notice you like brush past them. And you chasing at speed, or are you chasing like quietly trying to be seen, or well, trying to be heard, I guess.
a reasonable pace, but not like slow.
Okay, so no stealth check. You are going to be heard. People can hear you moving around because you're effectively power walking, but no one can see you. So people maybe like give a weird look in that direction, but kind of like what's a weird noise? It's the pipes, like it's that kind of thing. Yeah, and you give chase towards the kitchen. Meanwhile, Atlas, you fly around the back.
I'm also gonna gesture Tawa to come with because I have learnt not to do things alone.
Sure. Tawa flies off with you. You see at the back area here, there is 4 canteen dinner ladies, all smoking these like little vapes at the back entrance. And you kind of like stand there waiting, and you're waiting for Dorian to basically come out. But you're fly very quick, so you're faster than he can move. Because he's not moving. He's not like sprinting. He was just moving with purpose.
Yeah. I'll just chat shit with those dinner ladies.
Yeah, you can do if you want. If you want to go make small talk. Do you, or do you hold back?
I would like to chat.
Sure. You go up. It's like, hey, look at this little thing. Hey, Dolores, look at this little thing. She's really small looking. And you look over, and all the dinner ladies are like GIF, these big hippo people.
Excellent.
And they're all smoking their little vapes. They're really small in proportion to their big hippo faces. They've all got like little hair nets on, but not much hair because they're GIF. And they have like big dirty aprons,
Atlas
big
would
long
like to attempt to
sleeveless.
gain gossip from the dinner ladies. It does not have to be related to what we are doing.
Roll me an investigation check.
$14.
I heard that Sandra I heard her husband's cheating on her again, and she's trying to find out who he's cheating on her with because she wants to make a deal with the woman he's cheating on her with. And by deal, I mean, I think threaten her. But basically, she wants to put a load of fucking ground chili powder up this woman and just see what happens. Sounds awful. Wouldn't want it to be me. Glad I'm not fucking her husband. Hey, Grace, you fucking her husband? Oh, I'm not fucking her husband. Why would I be fucking her husband? Disgusting. I don't know, Grace, you a dirty bitch. I think it just kind of goes like, fuck you. And you
Alice just pulling out her book like, Sandra's husband cheating on her.
yeah.
Again?
And yeah, you just like get
hang
involved
out
into
with
the
that
gossip.
guy.
No sign of Dorian, however. Invisible Vulgar, you go into the kitchen. The kitchens currently are empty. There is like a little self-service bay in the front, which has like plates like stacked high, big serving spoons, like little like stainless steel kind of like caddies, all full of a variety of like meats, vegetables, like soups, sauces, things like that. And it's even more like self-service or like under these big heat lamps. It looks like the people who probably work here have probably cooked batch food and have just left it out to be self-service and will replenish it as needed. But currently there's no one in the kitchen as you go inside. There's a door leading out to a back alleyway. But there's like, big walk-in fridge freezers here. There's like a big dishwashing station, a couple of like stations for like, big stove, like, the variety. It's like an industrial kitchen.
Can I have a wander about? Just to see. I'll do a stealth check now, because...
Sure, now you're a bit more quietly. You can give me a stealth check, and then you can do me a perception check if you're looking around for anything strange or something.
Yeah, something that stands out. 17?
17, yeah, you start moving quietly enough. You don't seem to alert anyone. You hear the gossiping at the back door, which is like propped ajar.
And 19 on the perception.
And 19, yeah. Looking around, you find that where there's the wall of like these fridge freezers. There's like 3 big fridge freezers. But one of them, the temperature like light is out. Where the other ones have like big green lights like with like some readouts of like temperatures next to them. They all look fine. Like maybe this may be like a logical step. But then one of them has the light off and there's a sign that says out of order. Kind of catches your eye, and when you go over to try the door appears to be locked. Which it doesn't look like it should have one. It's like a fridge door. Like there's no keyhole. It's a solid stainless steel doorway. A big handle there. It should just pull it open. But maybe it's like frozen shut. You're not sure.
Can I kind of reach around the sides of it, checking to see if I find
You can do an
anything on the
investigation
edges?
check if you're trying to look for any secret latches or switches. 13. You search around for any secret latches or switches that might be able to help you gain access to this, and you find there is a small little bump on the left hand side of where the handle is, which when you rub your finger on it, you feel, and as you peek around the side, you see it's a small biometric scanner.
Damn, we should have cut off his dick.
Looks like it is intended to be used like a thumb or fingerprint.
Can I send messages, like texts?
The
holostrap
holostrap setting you have is like verbal. It's like voice notes. If you wanted to send a text note, you would need to get probably some kind of add-on which would allow you to do that, or a device like the communicator that you have. Like it's an independent. A communicator is kind of like a pager almost, like that level of like.
So we got to pay the communicator.
But your communicator, that communicator that you have doesn't belong to you. Like someone has, this is someone else's communicator that you found on the ship.
Oh yeah.
That was the thing that had like the
Unless
message
you
log.
have the add-on like I have, where it like muffles your messages. I have a muffled sender on my.
There's also
I'm
no
sure
one
I
currently in the
have.
kitchen with you. You're alone.
I'll whisper into Holoshop, like, I found a hidden passage in the kitchen, an out of order fridge, biometric scanner on it that I can try and fiddle with it, but I don't know what it will do.
Who are you messaging?
I will just do like an open thing to the group.
Do you all have the group add-on from film, I think?
I think
you got it?
so.
Well, I'm pretty sure we do, because I went round removing them and handing them out every time I
Because
removed a
all the
hollow
police
shell.
had
So
one, didn't they?
yeah,
All the guards had them, because they were all linked together. But you never really used it on Tilm because there's a risk that the guards would hear you, but now you're not on Tilm anymore. So it should be relatively secure.
Some random Tilm guard on his holiday is like, huh.
I knew I shouldn't have left my work phone at home.
Just Atlas in the middle of her bitch session with the dinner lady's like, ah, shit.
Yeah, the dinner ladies hear the message. They don't seem like, who's your friend? He sounds sexy. Is he looking for a strong woman who can cook?
I mean, he is divorced, we think, so.
Oh, even sexier. Did he cheat on his wife? That's all you care about.
Is that a plus or a minus in your eyes?
Oh, both, baby.
Hey, could I just step in the kitchen real quick?
You know, it's you gotta wear a hairnet. You wanna be back there, and an apron.
how do you wear a hairnet as an owlet?
I don't even have hair to net.
Yeah.
You got like feathers and
Feathernet?
stuff.
Yeah, but I wear
It's-
a hood
it's-
and a mask. Surely that's.
You got giant fucking ass wings sticking out your back.
I don't know how to net those.
We get some fishing nets, maybe. I don't have those to hand, but like, you know, practically if you wanted the job, we could make it work.
Should we maybe be doing like a perimeter search to see if this guy pops up out of some kind of alleyway or something?
But as you guys plan your little perimeter for search, I'm going to call a little be right back. And we're back. All right. So, dinner ladies chatting away to Atlas. We'll go find a secret door. Cyrus is just in seat the perimeter.
Astra will probably come with because she's got better
Sure.
perception.
You walk along the like around the block, Cyrus and Astra. You can make it a perception check, either one of you each or with one with advantage. And Barros, what are you up to?
I'll probably join them and try and help
Barros
as much
tries
as I
to
can.
come along and guys help you out where you can.
Assist Astra. No, she's perceptive.
Right, Astra, roll it.
Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't just big tower. Did it roll? Did
No,
Can't
it
see the
didn't.
result.
incoming. That's
Is it on
1.
20?
That's 10. We'll go again. 17.
17. You spend the guts of like 5-10 minutes looking around for any obvious, areas where some kind of like if the fridge goes straight through the building, there's no secret wall or anything like that's kind of open up into the street. You circle the building a couple of times looking for other access points maybe they could link up with. No sign. Vanished.
Well, we can assume that wherever he's went, he's probably went to inform his colleagues that somebody is investigating. Maybe we should hit up one of the others, like York. I don't know where we would find Kella. Maybe in a bar. She's a freelancer.
Maybe relay the information to the captain. Maybe she knows of them.
Is there like a help desk or something where you can inquire as to where people might be?
A help desk where you can inquire where people might be?
I don't know, security headquarters. Hey, do you know if York's on shift today?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go to somewhere like that, you can head. If you want to head in the direction of the security control room, that would probably be the place to start if you're looking for a member of the security team. Otherwise, you're gonna have to get creative and try to find where these other personnel are. There's not if you're looking for like you said, she might be at a bar, like that kind of thing. It's like. But if you want to head towards the security control room, that would be a good place to start if you're looking for a member of the security team.
Well, who do we want to search for first? Kella or York?
I think Kella seems to be more in charge.
She might have been more involved.
She might know more.
She's definitely been more involved.
So maybe we'll hit local bars, see if anybody knows her, anybody's seen her. Point us in the right direction.
Good idea.
Yeah.
What bar are you going to head to first?
The closest one.
Sure. There's no sign of food court or anything like that on the Zenith. If you remember the Zenith trade station, it is like a giant waffle. With and every little hollow in the waffle is a grid in which a ship can dock. There was one ship on one of the corner docks, not too far from where you are, which was a lot bigger than all the others. And you remember, Barros and Vulgir, you were flying the ship manually. It had the Starfire Inn emblazoned across the side in neon lettering. And it had a big flame kind of backdrop with the neon kind of lights almost around it. You think you probably could work your way towards that? That would be the closest one you could probably think of, at least one that stood out the most.
Sounds good.
Do we want to message the others before we go, just so they know where we're heading?
Yeah, probably best if they're waiting around for Dorian to reappear. Astra, can I don't have really
True.
any spell slots, so I mean, I can't cast magic, so
You don't need spell
Yeah.
slots to send a message. You
Group
just need to send it further.
okay.
Yeah, as long as your allies are
was-
120 foot of you, anyone can send them.
Cool.
The hollow strap gives you the message cantrip, effectively, but the downside is it can be heard locally at the sending and receiving areas, as opposed to like the actual message
Unless-
cantrip where only you and the other person can hear it.
Right.
Unless you've got a muffler.
Unless you got a muffler.
If you guys are waiting around to see if Dorian appears, we're gonna go to maybe the local bar and see if we can find Kella.
That's
Just
the point,
letting you
though.
know.
The only person that doesn't have one will be Anthony, won't you? Because I gave you the other one, didn't I? Which read.
I put the slots on. I don't know if I have a muffler on it though, but
Yeah, as long as you have the group add-on, that's all you need.
Yeah.
yeah, I have the group sync.
I think that's what you need to basically to have the open comm link for everyone.
Yeah, because I sent you a
And
full
then
list.
I also have the muffled receiver.
Yeah, 'cause yours isn't a muffled. You can also get a muffled sender. As well.
I only have the muffled sender, not the muffled receiver.
I will say the
ones.
the very expensive hollow strap that Dorian had more slots than 3. The more expensive.
Oh.
You guys all have like the base level.
Mm.
Bog
Mundane.
standard cheap ones.
Yeah, cheap ones, easy to mass reduce, but as you add more slots, they become more and more complicated.
So
they
we
become more
kill
expensive.
Dorian, steal his hollow.
And then we turn the one we currently got into a one for our aliases. That's how we're gonna have to run this now. Right.
Are we the bad?
Can I?
Alice
the
will
band
still be
for-
arguing with the lunch ladies trying to get inside, but you know.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you in
Fine.
their kitchen. It's like the woman today at work who tried to argue that she was fine to change her baby's dirty nappy on a table that was used in a restaurant. And I was like, you are incorrect, get the fuck out.
Can I see if I can bypass this biometric then?
Yeah, if you want to try to bypass the biometric, you can make an Arcana check to try to hack it, basically. It is going to be very difficult, I'll tell you right now.
I knew it's going to be very difficult. I'm just trying. I'm trying, but I have this odd feeling it's going to be a 1. Oh, 18.
18. So, Volgir, you, like, you know, like, do you have any, like, thieves' tools or anything of that nature? Like, do you have anything at all to aid you in any nefarious kind of deeds in this
One
case?
sec.
You've obviously have hacked
Because
hollow straps before, but that's kind of like jailbreaking a phone. Like, this is like, you know, you're needing to, like, find something that might be able to attach to stuff, plug in the things.
No, do like the sellotape trick.
The breathing on it and
Yeah, a bit of glue and then pull it off and think. No, I don't have any tools.
Okay. An 18 without tools.
Just misses.
You are, like, that's the thing. You're like MacGyvering it. You're going around the kitchen. You find, like, day dots, and, like, you know, you, like, stick them on and try to peel them off to any kind of, like, thumbprint, anything to go off. There's nothing, like, super useful. Your hollow strap doesn't have any compatibility with this thing. The device doesn't have like a port to slot into. So the best thing you can basically give it at the minute is just kind of brute force it with your own thumb and like these stickers that you have and try to like, you know, make it register. It just isn't accepted. It realizes it's you know, it's recognized they're fake. Just because you don't have the, if you had the right equipment, it might be easier. But it's like, you know, you've made it more difficult for yourself by not having the right tools for the job. Like, you can always come back. Like, it's not like it's not like it's set an alarm off or anything like that. At least you can hear.
I will.
You could try breaking the door
Guys,
down.
has
How
anyone got
strong are you
anything that can-
feeling?
It is just a big metal door. Like,
I'm very loud. I could be very strong, but very, very loud. I mean, I'll put a message up first, just asking if anyone's got any tools that I can borrow that's near the kitchen.
I've got a crowbar.
I mean, like tink
I have a
small tools for
chimera.
like lockpicking.
Atlas has my multi-tool at the moment.
I do, actually.
So
So,
unless you
would the
can get to
multi-tool
her,
work?
I
We're
believe
going
ours
to the
multi-tools,
bar.
Smith's tools.
it is Smith's tools.
Not really.
No.
More for brute forcing, yes.
But if brute force, I would recommend a crowbar. They're very
I've got a
effective at
crowbar.
opening doors.
I have a chimera. That's
crowbar.
pretty good at brute forcing things.
Yeah,
Would
but
the
first
chimera
we'll
fit in the kitchen though?
Yeah.
And do they have a hairnet big enough for him?
I mean, not much of him is covered in fur, to be fair.
get lion head.
Good 2/3 of them
You
are.
hear that? Okay. I just heard a crash from the hallway.
Oh, not good. So
Well,
I'm
while
assuming-
you're figuring that out, we're gonna head to the bar.
Yeah, the only person that would have those tools would be our thieving friend in the corner.
Oh,
That's nowhere nearby. Where are you guys? Are you guys around the back?
I think they're still up front, then you got Atlas around the back chatting with the dinner ladies.
So could I come out to you and get the tools off you? Would thieves' tools work?
Thieves' tools would be more appropriate, yeah. But it's
You're
more
gonna
like
have to
delicate
rely on
work.
someone. You're gonna have to
you can
rely on
quickly
someone
just-
opening the door again.
You can quickly just send me a message and be like, Barrows, don't go to the bar.
The dinner ladies' doors are open because they're leaning out the side having a vape. So the back door is open.
I'll say, Barros, can I borrow your tools? The side door's open.
There are 4 dinner ladies and an Atlas in between you,
I will
two.
meet you in the alleyway, and I will sneak out to the alleyway.
Okay, maybe a stealth check with disadvantage to not bump into any dinner ladies who are,
Can he get a-
gestating,
Can we get a flat roll
there's
if
a two.
Atlas is playing distraction?
Or is it 22?
Doesn't need
anyway?
it. 22 both ways. Yeah, he nimbly, as Dolores waves wildly, he like matrix limbos back as Grace like sneezes forward, and he like goes into a combat roll like in between Phyllis's legs. And yeah, you're safely in the alleyway, waiting for Barrows to arrive.
And this
I
is
mean,
the
knowing their
third
preference-
time that he's cheated on her. She should just leave him. No point
Knowing
going after
knowing their
She always
preference of
says she
Vulgar
can
is
change him. What does she know? Am I right?
ridiculous, honestly ridiculous. Like, just find a new man. They're everywhere.
Do you want us to wait on you, Barros, or you going to hang around with Vulgar?
No, I'll meet you there. It may, I don't know where this tunnel leads. Then to be fair, it's probably better that Vulgar is not on his own.
Fair enough. You said it was that way?
Roundabout?
Okay. Come on, Astra.
I'm sure you'll find it. It's the big one with the big fleshy signs.
You can't see the maybe there's the odd window every now and again, but they're not like super common. But you can ask as well. Like if you ask people, but the space is busy. There's lots of people around. Vulgar, you wait for Barros. Eventually, he comes around the corner. You see the dinner ladies all spy him. One of them, Phyllis, wolf whistles at him. Was like, "Look at this big hunk of man! Oh, you want some sugar, sweet? I got some sugar in the pantry with your name on it.
I made some new friends.
Oh, you know this guy? He's hot.
He's a ship captain too.
Oh, you hear that, Dolores? I hear that, Phyllis.
ladies, there's enough of Barrows to go around.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure, sugar. We are very, very jealous."
You just feel it on your
Also,
shoulder.
at this point, the names have like gone around the circle enough, Alice, for you to realize that the woman whose husband is cheating on her is one of the dinner ladies, and the other ladies are just actively bitching about her while she stood there, and she's just like occasionally chimes in about other stuff, but doesn't chime in at her own or her husband's loss.
Too in on the drama of other people.
She is ironically the one who catcalled Barrows.
I feel like they break if they see the virus.
Barrows would just
Or they're
feel
just
a
like,
tap on
man,
your
we're not
shoulder.
into that. Too many muscles.
Oh. Hello, Vulgar.
Hello.
So, you wanted me to open the door?
Uh-huh. Fair warning, Volga is still invisible at this point.
Oh, is he still?
You just turn around and be like, hello, Volgear, to nothing.
He's a little crazy.
The hippo, they look at you. Is he a bit? Yeah. He's losing it.
Been in space way too long, you know? It happens to people.
He hears voices. One of them's called Volgear.
I can't cast invisibility twice, can I? Concentration.
You
Shit.
could recast it at a higher level. That would let you get more people.
Yeah. I've only got second level.
Then you cannot.
I can cast it.
They're all looking at Barros. He's hot. He's a little bit crazy though. He's talking to thin air. Flip, he disappears. What the fuck?
And a Volgear appears. Yeah, I could imagine it. They'd be looking at each other like, we need to stop drinking during the day.
What's in these
Let's
vapes?
put in those vapes.
I'll just kind of whisper into Barros. I can either make you invisible and you can try, or I can keep trying until this runs out.
Probably best that I try. I know how to use my own tools.
It's fine with me. I'll come back round the front with me quickly.
Ladies, it's been a pleasure, but unfortunately I have some business to attend to, so I'm sure my friend here can keep you entertained.
You know, she'll be fine.
And those barrels like who you go half around the corner flying Volgear.
Am I just
You just hear.
staying here
I will-
indefinitely?
You just hear.
Man, you hate to see him go, but you love to watch him leave. Look at that little tail swishing back and forth. I like a man who doesn't wear pants, you know.
What I'll do is I'll cast invisibility on Barros, which instantly drops mine.
It's like a complete swap. Yeah, the barrels turn visible. You appear at the exact same time. I like to think you touch him like you like become visible from like one end and then over your arm it like transitions onto him.
Yeah, and then I'll. Well, if you let me transition it and save the spell shot.
Yeah, you have to recast it. It just
It
looks.
was worth a shot.
If you've had a magic, I'd
I'll
let you
walk
do
around the
that.
corner this time. I'll walk around the corner and go stand near the door so I can hear if.
Near the
anything
front door or
happens.
the side door? The front
Yeah,
door is
side
going to put
door.
you at the far side of the canteen area.
Side door.
Side door, okay, so you can
Yeah,
run and you see the ladies and you just hear like,
Oh my goodness, look at the size of that one. He's so short. Oh, I could use him like an ottoman. You always try to use the short ones like ottomans, Phyllis. What's that about? That says a lot about you. My ex-husband, he was a halfling.
I thought she was
I
saying
tell you.
ornaments.
I tell he was an ottoman. He had 4 little wooden legs and a cushion on top.
Does
And
anyone
I would
get
put
the
my feet
vibe?
on him all day long.
Does anyone get the vibe that we could just all leave and Harry could just be these 4 dinner ladies for hours by himself?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be trying to sleep tonight and he's just gonna be next to me.
Did you hear about the?
I need to write down fucking names. Dolores, Phyllis, Grace,
And Sam.
and Sandra.
We're gonna find them on different planets for the rest of the campaign.
And they're not gonna
'Cause,
be.
like, the
They're all gonna be.
witches-
They're always gonna be the same names, but they'll just be different races no matter what planet we're on.
Same voices.
Yeah.
What's the is it
Same
the
voices, same
boyfriend?
names.
Yeah, yeah, they like, you know, they heckle, Volgear a little bit, but Barrows, if you want to sneak past the dinner ladies, you'll need to give me a
Yeah,
stealth
let's,
check.
I will, as I'm walking up, I will kind of make a bit of a thing of it to try to draw a bit of attention on what.
How do you make a thing of it, Volgear?
I don't think you need
I
to
will-
draw their attention.
I
I,
will-
think their attention's already on you.
Be a man.
What are you gonna do? How is Volgear going to make a thing of it? I need.
Take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Is that
You ought to lift something heavy.
what? Just lift something next to it.
Yeah,
What,
you could do. It's like a
yeah,
trash
just something
can.
Heavy.
You stick a big bin.
Ah, something heavier.
Pretend you're
Like a
looking
big,
for
like a
something,
big,
just
like
lift
big, like
something.
flat,
Lift
like you know.
one of the dinner ladies.
I like the idea I lift this thing up, I'm gonna knock Veros over
Thunk.
as he walks past. Just boom. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll try and
I just
make
have the
some sort of
South Park,
distraction like that.
South Park
Okay,
song,
so-
"No, You're a
Lifting something up
Man"
that's
playing in my head.
So like you go over to like this very full looking like industrial trash can,
I really want you to just knock it over.
and like you go to like try to lift it up. Give me like an athletics check.
Oh,
You put your back out.
Yeah, I do definitely put my back out.
Yeah, he goes over, stretches, puts his hand. It's that point, Atlas, when you see that the inside of the trash of the trash bin is like a trash like compactor. It's got like a big like fucking like whirring blade that like just annihilates the trash and sends it away somewhere else. It's like fixed to the fucking
like
floor.
bolted
Yeah,
down.
it's not moving in a million years. And the dinner ladies, they don't like laugh, but some like giggle a little bit. Like there's a little bit like, he thinks he's a big man. But like it's enough distraction to give Veros advantage in his stealth check.
Woohoo.
But Volga, you've lost the eye of most of the dinner ladies, unfortunately.
28.
Veros,
I
you
don't know whether
stealthily
that's the
weave through, find your way to the fridge marked out of order that Volga had instructed you on before, and yeah, following his instructions, you're able to find this little biometric thumb scanner on the left.
Can I? Yeah, can I try and kind of use my thieves tools to kind of get around this?
Yep, you need to make me a thieves tools check, please. It'll be a because this isn't just like a basic lock, it is going to be an intelligence-based thieves tool. So you still get your proficiency bonus, but it'll be using your intelligence modifier because it's understanding the inner workings and electronics and things like that.
It is 0. Amazing.
This is why intelligence is not as dumpy as it is in a sci-fi campaign. Y'all made dumpy intelligence characters. What's that about? Vulgar's alright.
Hey, I got like a +2.
Okay.
See, I've got a 15 on this.
Just saying,
so I'm
a
alright.
fucking wizard in this party, like the on-off spell and shit, and like the hack
14
spell and stuff.
intelligence. That's nothing to be sniffed at. That's above average.
Nothing saying which one of us can't multi-class.
I don't think I'm smart enough to multi-class.
I think you did a 13 multi-class.
I can only
No,
multi-class
not. I
to
don't think
another
Alice is
martial
smart enough.
attack.
I don't think me as a person is smart enough to multi-class.
I don't think wizard is a good multi-class. Full stop. Sorcerer, maybe, or warlock.
Oh, yeah. I can use this.
Just use like roll intelligence as adjuvancy bonus. It doesn't like the dice roll is important. You can tell me your modifiers. Like them, they don't change.
Yeah, I think I think there's a way to actually roll it because I have expertise in fuse tools.
That's right. Just roll anything and then add.
Just
22.
roll some
22. Nice.
dice.
Yeah, that's enough. You pop off the casing of the like actual biometric scanner itself, and you see you find a little access port that you're able to connect yourself up to. Like you're basically able to brute force it. You're able to pull like the last like 10 inputs, and like they've all been scrambled, but you're able to like find a way to like decrypt them, and then you're able to brute force it through like that. And if you do so, the door unlocks and it, like opens a little bit. You think if you close it again, it would just lock itself.
Cool. I need a way to kind of. I'll prop it open.
Yep. You probably like, grab like a pan or something like that.
Yeah, grab a pan and then. I'll need a way of signaling, kind of at least Volga, to kind of be able to come back here. With invisibility, everything you touch becomes invisible, right?
Only anything you pick up, like anything you bring into your person, effectively. Like if you imagine like this way, imagine you have like a bath towel wrapped around, like a big bath towel wrapped around yourself. anything that you could bring on your person and hide underneath that bath towel, that would effectively become invisible. So you couldn't grab like a giant trash bin like Volgar's trying to pick up because you're holding it doesn't mean it's invisible.
But you could grab like a cup.
Yeah, a cup, a plate, you know, things that you could
It's
fit
like
easily
having-
under the tile.
Yeah.
But what if you like held out a set of keys and then just dropped the keys?
The
Would
keys
the
would
keys
appear.
just appear.
Yes, they appear and fall. The second you let go, they'd appear and they'd fall.
Yeah, I'll just try attempt to kind of
Could the owner of the silver cutter class please come to the parking lot?
Felix, that's you!
I'll grab my water skin, and I'll basically throw it in Volgar's direction.
Okay, out the door.
He's trying to lift the bin,
I'll-
a
I'll-
water skin just
I'll-
hits him in the face.
I'll go up to the door, like the kind of the entrance.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll try to throw it at him and get his attention.
Okay.
Hoping that the others are distracted.
They're distracted
Okay.
by him, though.
Make me a stealth
true.
check. See if you can like get yourself in a position that isn't going to compromise the throw. And I'm gonna say that the throwing it is not an attack, so it's not gonna end in visibility. You're just tossing something. So it's not gonna be super accurate.
Yeah, that's fine.
If
As
you
long as it
wanted
kind
an
of lands
accurate
near him.
throw, it would risk that your invisibility might drop.
Yeah, that's fine. 30.
30.
Why did we not just lie and say we were here to fix the fridge?
You could have just done the porn thing. Anyone got any leaky pipes?
I'm
Yeah, I
here to
feel
fix
like we
your
might have been
refrigerator.
stuck in. I think we might have
But I
got a
don't
bit
have
stuck
any
and gone down the wrong
money.
route.
But yeah, you threw the water skin, and you see as you're like recovering and like stretching your back out Volgar a little bit, you see a water skin roll across one of your boots.
I'll pick it up.
Look around. Looks like it came in the direction of the door. No one else seemed to notice it.
I'll thingy. I'll see if I can make my way over to the door without them noticing.
They are all unless you have a way to like change your appearance or turn yourself invisible again. They know that you're
There's no one there.
you know you're there. Also, quick one: is the invisibility you've cast? Is that your Duragar invisibility?
So I did the Duragar on my own one.
Yeah, and
but
then
I'm
you
allowed
cast
to
it, that's fine.
Recast the Duragar
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
spell.
spell slot, that's fine.
Yeah,
As
so
long
I've done
as
that
spell
as a
slot
second
was
level
used,
spell
that's
slot.
fine.
Yeah.
No, that's great. So yeah, if you have any spell
So
slots
I
left,
can
you can make
cast
yourself
it
visible
again.
again. You
I
can
can
cast it
cast it
again.
2 more
If
times.
you cast it again, Barros will become visible, but he's already inside.
Well, I will give this a shot first. I will hold the water skin out. Well, I will check the water skin's empty,
Barros,
hoping it's empty.
It's probably full of wine.
the wine skin, not a water skin at all.
Is the skin
I will
determined by
put it
what's
in the bag,
it?
pull out his empty one. Oh, not empty one. Or he will pull out his. No, what's he got? It's half empty one because he's only got last bit one. And then he will just turn around, quickly down it,
Sure.
and go, "Ladies, is it all right if I quickly fill up the water skin in your at your sink?"
Make me a persuasion check, Volgar.
I'm worked up a bit of sweat after that.
I bet you did, Danny.
3. That's fair.
You give it here. I'll fill it up for you.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
She takes the water
I'll
skin,
hand it over.
and she goes into the kitchen and she fills it up. Barros, you gotta like move out of the way so she doesn't like bump into you. She goes through, and as she's like looking around, she's like,
Ah, man. Hey, Phyllis, we're running low on mac and cheese. You gotta get that oven going again. Ah, come on, Dolores.
and then Phyllis goes back inside. And yeah, eventually the dinner ladies, who were only on a little smoke break, the lunch rush is hit and they need to recuperate the stuff. So the kitchen is going to be in action again for a while.
Can I get myself
Luckily, you don't seem to notice the doors open.
Can I get myself to a point in the open doorway where I can see to the, like, fridge that...
Yes.
The fridge, not fridge.
Yes.
That's cracked open.
You may roll me d20. On an odd number, it's away from you. On an even number, it's facing you. Because you're trying to see inside it.
Yep.
I've been imagining it was away from you the whole time, but I will allow it to fit in the dice. Even, it's towards you, luckily.
How many feet away is it?
It is... not a massive kitchen, like 20 foot.
I am going to give Volger a little nod and be like, can you keep an eye, and like gesture to Tawa, who you will now be left alone with. And then I am going to cast Misty Step and put myself into the fridge.
Okay.
Volgir will sigh as you've nodded.
Atlas, put yourself in the fridge. Atlas, you have dark vision, correct?
Yes.
Good. Atlas, you are in freefall.
Shit, I'm flying. I
Yep.
fly.
You're gonna beat your wing. You are in a very tight space, and your wings are really struggling to get any traction here. I need you to make me an athletics check, please, to attempt to fly in a confined space.
Okay. Does it have to be athletics?
It has to be athletics because it is trying to muster the force to like usher force below yourself, like in the shorter. It's like you're trying to flap like a hummingbird.
That's not bad for a -1, 15.
Yeah, so literally flapping like the tips of your wings like a hummingbird because like, your wings like up above you because like, you're falling. You're
owl wings.
You are able to slow your descent, so you don't take any falling damage.
Little bumpy.
But you're slow enough that you can grab onto the ladder rung next to you. It seems like the fridge descends into a tunnel that descends downwards. There's no, like, long sneaking path. It's literally a sheer drop that you just have teleported yourself
If Barros
into.
is next to the fridge, just you just heard, like, muffled owl panic
Probably.
from inside the fridge.
And you grab on.
Oh, Christ, that was scary. Oh. Okay.
Probably upon hearing that, Barros will be like, right, that's the signal to go inside the fridge.
Yeah. You open the fridge door, Barros.
Open the fridge door.
Yep. You wait for a right opportune moment. All the dealers are busy. Easy enough. They're like, busy themselves around the kitchen. You open it up. Are you leaving the pan, or are you going to bring it with you, or?
I'll bring it with me.
Okay, you bring it with you. The door locks shut behind you. From this side, you see that this thing has about 40 tumblers that do the whole like radius to the door into the actual thing itself, like a bank vault. There is no obvious way to open it from this side.
Atlas will
But you can
call
see the
up-
mechanism. So like
Here we
maybe you could brute force it.
Atlas will hear the door shut and just call up like, Barros, please tell me that you're inside, not outside.
I'm inside.
Okay.
Okay. With Barros and Atlas in a tunnel.
To the bar.
Yeah, we're gonna hop to the bar.
My favorite thing is the way that this is split off now is like, we got like the ASMR together, we got like, our little animal duo, and then we just have a Volgir and his worst fucking enemy.
And the dragon, maybe.
Yeah, and the dragon.
Volgir and the dragon is.
I feel like the second
This
that
is
he's getting
where
left on
this
his
is
own,
where
he
a
was summoned the
Dragon and Tewa bond.
I feel
Or become
no.
a
I feel like a
rivals.
dragon. No, a dragon knows how Volgir understands, so he's just staring.
Yeah, but I love the idea of a dragon being like, actually, this guy's kind of chill, and Volgir's
How
like,
big
no,
is
no, he's
Tewa
not.
How big is Tewa now?
That was the same size. They've always been large.
Oh god, I thought you managed to make it. Oh, you were
Ryan,
getting
quick,
to make it
measure.
smaller.
I need. There's no map. I can't measure him.
Right.
The Starfire Inn calls to your celestial allies. As you approach the docking A1, where it's currently docked, you see it must be docked here almost permanently. It looks like it's just the way the setup is. Like there's signs actually. Like as you get closer to the dock itself, there's signs that see on the space station, like directing towards it as well. And yeah, you see there's like a big like open foyer, which is this like opens up in this main tavern deck itself. You see a huge bar made from polished wood, which is like purple, surrounded by tables and booths. There's holographic displays projecting live entertainment from across the expanse. And there's also stage hosting right now a rabbit folk magician is up there doing magic tricks. Currently, right now, he's just pulled a human baby from a hat and has put it back in, and then like showing the hat is empty. You see that there is a variety of like little areas of interest around here. There is on every single table there is a menu for the food, and there are signs which point to on the lower decks. There is the Void's End game room, the Gravity Well. And on the upper decks, there is the Celestial Lounge, and then also private rooms and suites. And then like below that, it says like for renting an accommodation, please speak to the bartender.
We didn't get a description of Kella, did we?
No, she's human.
We know she's human.
A human freelancer. A trader of some kind. She doesn't work with the guild, is like what the kind of you drew from their conversation. Smuggler I had was an honest Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Wasn't a red herring. She is a smuggler. You'll find that out very quickly if you meet her.
Suppose we may ask the barman. Probably the best point of contact.
Yes, you head up to the bar.
Do I have any untraceable on me? Yep, Cyrus will just take a position at the bar.
Okay. Yeah,
He's ever doing persuading Astral cast guidance.
Okay.
Well, I'm not very persuasive, so...
Astral's not either, but you're more intimidating.
Yeah, that might work.
Take a seat at the bar, and you see a woman behind the bar. She has a very impressive troubadour looking like hat, big long heron feather sticking out the top of it. She's got this like long flowing like hair that is clearly being dyed blue. It's not a natural color, but she doesn't have any obvious like elvish heritage or anything like that, or that would alter her natural genetics. And she has this like big like waistcoat which isn't buttoned up, it kind of like falls like open around her side, a white shirt with the sleeves rolled up, unbuttoned a few buttons down. You can't really see what she's wearing on the bottoms, but probably like some kind of like jeans or like fairly tight fitting leather pants. And she like kind of like comes over to you, like leans on the bar on their side, and she goes like, newcomers then.
Yeah,
pull up a stool. Pull up a stool. Come on, get yourselves comfortable.
Docked recently.
Oh, good.
Cyrus will pull up a stool.
Always nice to meet another captain.
Crewmate, unfortunately, not a captain.
Would you like me to get a lackey to deal with you then? If a captain might intimidate you. This is my ship, you see.
Oh, not at all. We're looking for someone in particular.
Yes.
We believe she's a trader. Goes by the name Kella.
I might know of her, but not the type of person who normally likes to be found, to be honest. Unless you all, and if to be honest, if she wants you to find you, normally you know how to find her.
Cryptic. Okay, my captain sent me here. We're looking to move some stuff off world. Here, she's a good point of contact to have. I'm just touching base.
Yeah, make me a deception check.
You have guidance.
I know. I don't know if it's gonna help me.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's an 18.
Good roll.
Add your,
Are you gonna use the guidance?
You're
gonna save it.
Yeah, while is it a one-time thing, guys?
It only lasts a minute and it's one use.
But it's a cantrip, so you can cast it again.
Yeah, but if you
might be
it's
suspicious
obvious
if you're constantly casting guidance on me.
It's like,
no,
I praise and that boat guide you. It's like,
I will hold it for
Welcome,
now.
Mark.
I'll hold it.
using the guidance, you see them.
David,
Okay. Yeah, an 18. I will roll for boss. Look, whatever it is you're up to, honestly, not my business. If you want me to, reach out to her on your behalf, I can certainly maybe do that. If you tell me who you are, where you're docked, that kind of thing. See if she's interested. But like, I'm not a handler. This is my ship, my bar.
no, that's understandable.
I see a lot of
we just
people.
Figured,
Sometimes she drinks here, sometimes she doesn't.
figured if anybody is gonna see her soon, it'll probably be you. My name's Isambard, and I am a crew of the Chimera. So if you get in touch with her, send her our way.
What docking bay are you docked at?
Fuck, I don't know.
You have one.
42 is in my head, but I don't think 42 is right.
I feel like Harry's now checking it as well because I could just see in his glasses screens constantly.
Can I do a history check to see if I can remember what fucking bay we are docked in?
Sure.
I don't have my notes.
I don't have my notes.
I'm gonna add a guidance to that.
Sure.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
Entering hostile areas.
And I got a 1! Yay!
It is fair price. Brought it trench coat. He will just do what he did back at Barrows.
You know one number of the two.
Well,
You know that you're in the
we don't
Delta
all have
section.
to
You're in Delta, I think.
travel together. Some of us could.
The actual space station itself. We've taken a
I can't remember the docking bay number, but I believe we're in Delta. It's a human cutter class ship.
I'll make a note, and if she's interested, I'll send her your way.
Thank you. And Cyrus will just set down 2 silver on the bar.
Ah.
Thank you very much for your help.
Looking for a drink at all, or?
Cyrus looks at Astra.
Astra shrugs.
Sure, why not?
Close. Anything in particular?
I'll just have an eel.
Eels
Certainly.
fine.
For you.
2 ales?
2 eels.
Old school. Tell you lot don't really get in the Expanse much very often. Sure, I'll get some Andromeda ale for you. And she goes over to one of the barrels and she pulls a a robust dark eel, which has a earthy flavor, and it has a little twinkling of almost like stardust, like glitter through it. Do we start you up a tab or?
No, we have other duties to do. I think we'll just enjoy a little respite before we get back to it.
Then that is going to be, your 2 little coins here will cover it. Take some.
Yeah, that'll do. Cyrus probably doesn't say anything else, just starts drinking.
Thank you.
Quite pleasant. Yep. And she leaves you to it. You see she goes off, she does her patrons. She doesn't appear to be in any rush to, make any calls or, sort of asking around for someone. There's been no incentive really given on her part to do anything for you. You've just asked for her help, and she's, it's very situational kind of thing.
Can I do a perception check or something to see if anybody else maybe picked up that we were asking about Kella?
Sure.
Astra will assist.
I mean, if you want to roll yourself, because I only got a 13.
Okay. Guarantees.
Still, your perception's better than mine, I think.
She got an 11, so
Okay.
yeah.
You both look around. Nothing stands out. No one's looking your way or staring at you, anything like that. And no one suddenly abruptly leaves or anything like that, or makes these obvious sudden movements. Nothing draws the eye. Yeah, you just drink and enjoy your meals. Meanwhile, Volgir and Tewa and Dragon in an alleyway. The dinner ladies all go inside, back to work. What would you like to do?
I feel like for the first couple of minutes, he's just stood there going, thinking, what am I going to do with this?
It's just he looks at me, and I look at him.
Right. Well, I guess I'm stuck with you for a bit.
It would seem.
You seem as happy as I am.
Fine.
How about we go get some food?
Sure. Where do you want food?
I'll get you something that means you're not eating the inhabitants.
Wise.
And I will get myself something. So I'll have a wander off to a stall.
Are you just looking for a food vendor, or are you looking for a pub, or what are you?
I'm probably looking first and foremost for a butcher's stall.
Sure. Yeah, after some time, you come across
or something with live.
Yeah, probably not a butcher, probably a live animal vendor. And they're you see there's an elven man, and he's standing there, and he has a dwarven man.
Animal vendor or pet seller.
He's a dwarven man next to him. And they're both kind of yelling, almost calling kind of style in the corridor. And it kind of draws your eye and ear after some time. And as you get closer, you see that they are literally selling animals with the intention of being eaten. And perfect if you're going on a long venture, and dried rations are perhaps unobtainable. Aye, if you need a place where you can fuck your meat before you eat it, this is the thing for you. And ignore my friend here. Perfectly fine to simply keep the animal, feed them small seed, and then you will still enjoy a fine protein-heavy meal. Aye, and they're kind of attractive. You need to lay off the chickens, Hans.
You know what? Maybe being eaten by Tewa is a kinder fate for those things.
The other one was Hans. This is Hans, with a D. As in, his nickname is Hans. He needs to lay off chickens. Very touchy.
Chicken fornicator.
You see, he is holding a chicken. As you come around the corner, he's holding from what you've heard, sounds like you were expecting chickens. However, when you do round the corner, you see there is something that looks really fucking not like a chicken in his hand.
Please be abyssal chickens.
You see a
Please be abyssal chicken.
You see a very strange looking chicken of the feet. Big leather wings that were folded above itself, giving it a tear-shaped appearance. A mouth filled with large fangs and a long tongue. And yes, yes, get your abyssal chickens here. 2 for 1, abyssal chickens.
That's what Cyrus grew up eating.
And I'll look at the chicken.
Food?
Good? No?
Oh. We'll try.
How much? How much for 2?
For 2, well, it's buy 2, get 1 free. For this, the abyssal chicken is quite rare, but if it would set you back, I would say, are you playing chits or untraceable? Kind of eyeing you up.
How much on each way?
Well, if you're an individual paying chits, I think it's probably fair to say a good 200 chits. If you've got untraceable, I could say we could go for $1.50, 15 copper.
That's for 2.
For 2, yes.
Which
Buy
makes
1,
3.
get 1 free.
Buy 1, get 1 free. Right.
Yes. You may as well get the second one. You know, you don't have to take it, I suppose. You could just buy the one and not take the free one.
I will.
If you leave it, you
give
know,
the man-
I'm happy if you leave it. Shut the fuck up, Hans. I'm making a deal.
I will
Ignore
hand
my
the
friend.
Man, I will hand the man 1 gold piece and have my hand out waiting for the silver come back.
Oh, okay. He looked at that and was like, so you want how many exactly?
Just the 2.
Ah, of course. Yeah, he gives you 85 silver pieces back. And he gives you 2 live abyssal chickens. They have a little leather.
85 silver pieces.
Sorry, 8 silver, 5 copper. With the 85 copper total.
I was about to say I gained money then.
No, 8 silver, 5 copper.
No
Yeah,
worries.
they hand you these 2 abyssal chickens. They are like basically across their top half. There is a thick leather belt which has been tied tightly over their mouth to stop them snapping and biting, and also stopping their flappy leather wings, which you know, as they open up, they kind of reveal like a bloody interior. Their long kneeled feet are just kind of left open to you know, do whatever the fuck they
Just
need
place
to do.
them. You really should have bought 3, 1 per mouth.
They're about a foot tall, in general, and they are they have slightly transparent wings, slightly transparent throats. Yeah, they're weird.
I'll just look at Taylor and just go raw.
You offer out to it.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 Terwa heads rip this thing wing from body as it screams.
My God, his mic didn't even. His mic's not.
Yeah, my mic's even picking up. It's so bad. It's so awful. Let me do that again. It just peaks off the mic.
Silent screaming.
Just imagine a chicken being possessed by a devil and then punched in the balls.
Yeah, pretty much. Not pleasant.
I feel like I look at the other one, and the other one's probably really quiet now.
Not moving. Yeah, so you rip that one apart with the chimera. Yeah, it eats it all. Blood a little bit splattered all over the floor. You see Hans gets a mop and starts mopping it up.
His hands look depressed a bit.
Nah, seems fine. Casey brings the mop in the mop bucket and goes like, "Get your ready poured black pudding. Just needs baked. Ready poured black pudding. Just needs baked."
I'll keep the other one for the moment.
Sure. Yeah, it wriggles against you a little bit. You have to like pretty tie it to your belt by the legs, but you can do.
I'll tie it to Tewa's back. Just out of mouth reach.
Okay.
For the
Challenging.
Because I can't.
Is there
Challenging.
a chimera that the mouths can't reach?
They can reach most places. The dragon head especially is pretty flexible.
Oh.
They'll like strap it down to the middle of their wings or
I'm
something.
imagining the thing where you pet a dog from like behind and they put their head like all the way back to look at you.
But also, Volgir's a dwarf, and this is a chimera he's trying
Very
to
tall.
tie it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only
look at it,
reason
go, "Do you
Atlas
wanna
can
eat it
easily
now?"
jump on the chimera's back is because she has wings to give her a lift.
Just the furious nodding of wanting more. Fine. Throw it.
Again, the horrible.
A mother walking by shields her child's eyes.
Better.
Yes.
Not going to kill anyone. For the moment. At least until the person that can take responsibility comes back.
Sure.
Good. Now I go drink. Come
Yeah, if you head
on.
towards
I go
a
get some
tavern.
drink and food.
Yeah, you probably also end up heading towards the tavern where the rest of your more celestial accomplices have made their way.
You'll probably see, as I enter, you'll probably see a really dejected, annoyed Volgir walking in the bar.
It's like,
Does
why
Tewa
does
follow
Volgir
him
look so
in?
pissed off?
I'll
Tewa
tell him to
follows.
sit and stay outside. I'll tell him to sit and stay outside.
Carol waits outside.
And I'll tell the Dragon to stay with him.
Go to the bar. You see the barwoman like there. She like leans the bar, like, Listen, honey, I appreciate you've brought pets. Very nice to keep outside, but they're already scaring away customers. If you want, bring them inside. I can set you guys up down in the gravity well, in the hold. It's got some, a bit more intimate setting in general, but it's not that busy this time of day.
How did you get stuck with a chimera, of all people?
She just went poof. She just disappeared.
Yeah, that about tracks.
Can I have a very strong drink and then sure I'll take that that offer.
Sure.
I'll cover that.
How strong you thinking?
Strong enough, like when you're coming home from work at the end of the day and you're just like, I'm pulling out the strong stuff today.
So like a whiskey then?
Yeah, like at least a good whiskey.
You see the captain behind the bar, she mixed together a mix of what seems to be something called asteroid whiskey, meteoric molasses, Martian bitters, and it's served with a flaming sugar cube on top, over ice in a rocks glass.
Why does this sound like a zombie?
There you go. Stella Storm. Enjoy. And yeah, it is a... Like, it's honestly it's more similar to like an old-fashioned, but like with a flaming sugar cube on top. Yeah, good hard drink. If you're are you paying Untraceable again, Cyrus? Or are you playing? Yeah. For that, she asked for another silver piece.
Trying to think of how much me and Astra would have drank. He probably puts down 3 and like 2 more.
Yep. Thank you very much. Do you want the same as this one, or just 2 of the ales again?
No, I'll take an ale again. Astra, would you like whatever that is?
We also have like wine, if you'd never have wine.
I'll just take an ale. I'm
Sure.
not good with alcohol.
We also have non-alcoholic drinks. We've got mocktails. I'd recommend us the Zero Gravity smoothies are delightful, as is the Lunar Lemonade.
Oh, lunar lemonade, please.
Of course. Yeah, she mixes together. It is a refreshing lemonade infused with lunar berries and a touch of honey. And yeah, it's very, very nice and sweet. It's like not fizzy. It's like almost like a homemade lemonade.
I feel like we've got the 3 stages of a week here. The person that's had the shittest week known to man. The person who's just got home on a regular Friday, and the person that's like, I've had a good week. I don't need to drink.
I'll have a lemonade. Fancy them.
Just showing on a Sunday on their weekend, like lemonade.
I will take a sip of my strong drink. Is it strong enough to knock me back a bit?
It's like a good hard whiskey. I mean, for a dwarf, you could make a con save with advantage. Let's see how much it hits you. If you're throwing it back a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there's a nat 20 on the first roll, so.
Yeah. You're a dwarf. Built in your fucking bloodstream, You're tough. But, like, you can taste, like, it has that, like,
This is
taste
the
of
shit you
alcohol,
put in babies' bottles.
Yeah.
So I'll turn to the captain. So how do you want me to bring these in? I'm sure it's not the small one. I'm sure it's only the big one that's scaring away the customers.
Probably. Just ask them to go to the stairs on the left there. Just go down 2 floors. You'll find yourself all the way down. The floor below is the game room. I'd advise you stay away from there. But set them up in the gravity well. They should be fine.
Okay, I'll go outside and pull them in and take them down.
Tewa follows you readily after you've fed them. And yeah, the subterranean bar you end up in, it's almost like speakeasy style, like dim lighting. There's lots of people here drinking like very strong, exotic looking drinks. There's a couple of couples here, like, with like low dimly lit tables, like chatting. Tewa's like looking around like... But like eventually, you get like directed towards a little booth in the corner where you can set up like far away from the stairs, like private tucked away.
I love the image of someone on a date and they're like, I'm having a really wonderful time. Yeah, me too. You know what I think? I think you're beautiful. Tell me what I'm like. Oh, beautiful like a fucking chimera. What? Are you bastard? Drink leaves.
walks past the cave area and goes, "Oh, hello, sir," and just walks.
Yeah, you guys all group up as well to some level, so you guys are all together in the tavern. Righty. 10 minutes left. Barros and Atlas in the tunnel leading downwards.
Magic's that for a while.
It's probably only about 20-30 foot. It was long enough that it caught you off guard that you had entered a free fall. Suddenly you were expecting this to be standing on ground. But yeah, you eventually come to the bottom here.
Silly me, I thought there would be a fridge in there.
Yeah. As you kind of like look around, as you kind of come to the bottom of this ladder, you find yourself in what appears to be a small hidden little docking bay. Whereas all the other docking bays are in the middle of the little like waffle holes. You can see this little area here. It could probably fit like 2 or 3 smaller like cutter-sized ships quite easily. But it looks like they can actually dock on the interior of the ship itself here. Like they must be able to come in from the side. You see that there are concealed turrets like facing out towards the Expanse. Connected to it, there are more corridors that kind of move around. You see that there is a little area just off the docking bay, which seems to be some kind of storage area behind like a big mesh chain link kind of like cage, where there is like shelves and shelves of like goods all organized neatly. You also see there is surveillance cameras, reinforced doors, like motion sensors, things like that, kind of all the way through there. And there's also a corridor leaving this area which goes deeper into the chamber itself, deeper into the actual wherever you are. But as opposed to like, you know, the main space station was very brightly lit, like lots of like things. This is all like
feels illegal.
Dimly lit, you know, not much light dedicated here. It's like emergency lighting. It's like, you know, it's not like, yeah.
Do I see in that chain cage anywhere a certain manifesto that we've been looking for?
You can make me a perception check at disadvantage if you're looking without going inside. 10. You peer in. If so, it's a big enough area. Like it could be underneath something or in a box. Like
maybe. Well, this feels illegal.
Yep.
Are you still under my invisibility?
You would be, yep. Probably still like a good 50 minutes, like 45 minutes.
Yeah, you just hear from like...
just hear from the nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say you're just talking to yourself.
Well, she knows he's there because she called to him before.
Yeah, she does know that Barros is here.
We want to try searching that area to see if we can find the manifesto, or should we go further down?
I mean, we can search that area. I'm sure it's always worth a check.
Is it locked? Is it trapped?
What are you looking at, sorry, in particular?
The area that is caged. Is it like locked or?
The chain link gate is locked, yes. There's a very traditional looking padlock on it. None of this fancy dancy easily hackable shit. Something that requires a real can-do attitude to get at. There is also, in that same area, there are surveillance cameras which run the length of the corridor, which kind of like goes off and around the corridor. And every now and again, there are these reinforced doors, which appear to be more remotely controlled, or they can be. There's like little terminals at each one as well, but they probably need to be hacked into.
I can try and open the traditional lock. It might be easier for me to do than the more advanced ones.
Ahead. Might as well search if we can.
Oh, I will give it a go. Few skills check.
Yep.
Dexterity, expertise. 26.
26. The padlock pops open, and you're able to open the chain link gate if you'd like into this little storage area. You see that there is a variety of these little like red laser like motion sensors. Like if you trip them, they probably would trip some kind of alarm maybe. The reinforced doors are also currently closed. So you've got maybe about 10 foot, and then the first reinforced door, and then through the it's like if you kind of imagine it's like a steel frame of glass with like mesh metal through the glass, and then beyond that, another like 10 foot, you see another one, and it goes back all the way around the corner to the right, and there's constant lasers just all the way along. I mean, like, Barros, you think you could maybe, like, Mission Impossible your way through the lasers, but it's gonna be an acrobatics check.
Be pretty cool, though.
It would. Yeah, let's Mission Impossible it.
Sure.
27.
Okay, Barros, you nimbly, like, plan your route. You move forward. You go low. You kind of like pause. You saddle over the next one, go down the ground, crawl underneath another, standing up, rolling onto your back, and then pulling yourself up so you don't, like, you know, as you stand up on your crouch position, you don't like clip the back of your back against the cable. You leap through a mesh of 4 diligently, bumping into the door as you like reach the far side. You see the terminal there. You reach up around. You get yourself in a position to attempt to hack the terminal. You connect your holostrap to it. It does have a connection. You think like Fallout, like the like little connection from your Pip-Boy almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to make an Arcana check to hack a terminal. I will let you add your Thieves' Tools expertise to the check.
Okay, cool.
So it'll be just intelligence then for you. In that sense, I don't think.
8 plus 6, 14.
14. You as this door opens, the motion sensors behind you deactivate.
Alice follows. What's that?
You now can really get a proper look at the shelves around here. There's a variety of boxes and things like that in this area that all contain a variety of different items and things like that. Going through them, it seems like the majority of the items here, Atlas and Barros, at least that you can see, is... I see them all written down. Bear with me. Right here, there is a lot of what seem to be pharmaceuticals. There's about 50 crates of them. Yeah, drugs. Barros, a quick scan from yourself, your kind of like background. These are contraband. They are like unregulated, dangerous, like performance enhancers, recreational substances, like definitely illegal on the amalgamate trade networks.
Oh damn, there's a whole box of that magic Viagra. I bought one up.
Okay, it's there.
Grab me a handful more of those.
If there's any particular like pharmaceuticals or like any kind of performance enhancing drugs you might want to look for, let me know and we can see if they're there. Otherwise, I'm just keeping it generic. I'm not going to delve into the... unless you guys want to. There's also the door, which is now open beyond it, and you see there's more lasers, more than the last time, and then another door at the far side.
We should
I mean, we're already
not steal
terrorists.
from drug dealers, right?
We're already terrorists. Why not become drug dealers as well?
To be fair, these are going to be pretty hard to shift. They're not really valuable to us unless we can take them by the crate.
Alright, let's keep going then. Or we could just each take a handful of them right now and see what happens.
I mean,
I'm
sure.
I'm kidding.
I will say, Barros,
I would die. Look at
there is likely in this area something that would make navigating these lasers easier.
like intelligence enhancer or
Well, yeah,
dexterity
something that might
enhancers.
boost your abilities. That is definitely like the kind of thing you might find in these crates, but you need to like go looking for them. That could take time. But if you're like, I need something that, like, you know, is going to give me faster reflexes so I can, you know, stop before I'm going to hit these lasers and things like that, there's definitely things like that in there. If that is something Barros would consider. I'm just putting it on the table.
Yeah.
Because it is an interesting point of
The
contention.
whole party starts taking the limitless drug, and we all just get super smart.
See, I'm more thinking that someone's going to accidentally pick up something like LSD, and the entire party will just be on LSD. We'll be going the opposite direction to where we should be going.
It's not like it's like fucking. You're not gonna find what's the luck potion in Harry Potter, like Felix.
Titty
Yeah.
day or
You're not gonna find that, but like, you know, you might find like I mean, you will. I don't know. You'd have to look.
I still love that moment in the first Witcher game where you find drugs and Geralt is so like, oh, drugs, who would take these? It's like, sir, you have like 60,000 potions in your blood. Your blood toxicity is so bad you're going blind. He's like, I just eat rotting zombie brains like a normal person.
I think if we have time on the way back, if we don't find the manifest, maybe we could do a little routing. But I think potentially I have enough. I don't need to enhance myself enough to get through these lasers.
Well.
Plus, if someone comes down here locking, then we better move quickly.
Yeah, let's just get going. I might be back for
we'll
you
move on
later.
to the next one.
Drugs.
Okay. Another acrobatic check to weave through. I will say, if you would like Atlas to try to crystal maze you, she can attempt to, and that may give you advantage or disadvantage. It will entirely depend on her check she has to make a separate.
Will that be possible?
that be?
Considering I'm still invisible and definitely do not know how to uninvisible myself.
Well, you know, you would know how to. You could drop your invisibility if you wanted to. I would allow that. You would just punch the wall. Like, that would be enough, or throw something particularly aggressively.
Yeah, I think for kind of character purpose, Barros definitely would not know how to drop it.
Okay, cool.
He has an
Never mind.
intelligence of 0.
Alice is like, I know how to drop it. Where about is your groin? I need to kick it. And he's like, no.
Ironically,
but
that
yeah,
still
but-
wouldn't drop it. Because Barrow's
24.
not concentrating. 24? Yeah, enough. You weave through this next area. You get to the actual thing itself. You can make a Arcana check. Or a never Thieves will check with intelligence.
Just in case it's relevant, I can also enhance your ability minus the drugs if you need it.
Oh,
Just in case, you know, I forgot I could do that.
I will say right now there is a full fucking laser field. So
Yeah,
you can't
I
help you
gotta
right
touch
now.
you, so you gotta come back, but...
13 plus 6.
Yep, so that is enough to get through
19.
this door. Yep, this one opens up. Inside this area that you've just unlocked, all of these when you deactivate, you see there are a lot of crates. They are amalgamate military grade crates. And you see symbols for explosives on them.
Ooh,
Not that many.
Explosives, you say?
So
My
that's on the right.
specialty.
That's on the right hand side. On the other side, there are huge what look like PCs. However, they are independent.
As
They
in
are
computer or player character?
as in computers. They're like big towers, like PC towers. But they have little screen readers on them, and there are 10 in total, and each one reads 10,000 credits. 100,000 credits worth.
God, I wish I knew how to get that.
Oh, chits worth, sorry.
No, this...
You can just plug your holostrap in, and that would be enough to drain them.
Barros,
Can I
we-
do? Can
no,
I
I mean,
do that?
Barros, you can
Barros,
make a
no, come on. We
intelligence
need to
check
keep
if you
going.
like. I'll give you
Remember?
advantage.
We need to keep going. This all feels like just distraction. Let's just keep going.
But that's more than we're earning with this entire job.
Yeah, and we might end up with whoever's got this shit on our tail, and we already have the
Are we not
entire
already going to
amalgamate
have them
and
on our
angry
tail?
squid.
Are we not already going to have them on that tail for stealing the manifest?
I'm hoping that we can just grab it and get out.
Right, we'll grab it and get out, but if they're still there when I come back and we've got time, I might grab them.
Okay. Still make the intelligence check, Barros, to manage.
Sure. 10.
10. I would say even with a 10, Barros. That was an advantage, yeah?
No, that was just straight.
Okay. Advantage because of the circles you've ran in before.
Ooh. No, 10.
10. These are chit banks. Like, these are places you can store chits. Chits are... They're not just like numbers. They do have a genuine, actual reflection of currency. Barros doesn't really know how they work. It's kind of like Bitcoin, basically. Like, you know...
How money work.
But like, yeah, they do have a genuine value at some point. They're like, otherwise they'd be worthless. But these ones... You think they are very high quality, but they do appear to perhaps be forgeries.
Oh, it's fake money.
But that does not necessarily mean you could not trick someone using them. However, forged chits is very illegal and is quite severely punished. But does not mean you could not potentially bamboozle someone or hoodwink someone with them. The person wouldn't really realize they were counterfeited until the transfer had already been completed. That makes sense. They would need to be like, you know, virus scanned effectively to, like, you know, register as like not true.
Yes.
Come on, we're not that kind of criminal yet.
There's another area in front of you. This is the door that leads to the bend. It seems to be the last high security door. On the right hand side of the next area, although it is still all lasered up, even from here you can see there are these little rare and valuable looking cultural artifacts from various worlds. And on the left hand side, there is a few like, they are secured in these big, like, glass sealed, like, metal braced cubes, these vials with like skull and crossbones like labeled all over them.
Poison. Yeah, I suppose we'll move on to the next one.
Okay. Are you having any of Atlas's enhancing abilities before you go?
Yes, we'll do it on the intelligence. I think
Sure.
I've got the acrobatics down, but the intelligence, even with the
I will give
few
you
still
a
bonus.
fox's cunning.
And Atlas, you're just standing at like the previous doorway waiting, right? You're like not like moving all the way back. You're just like standing like in the corridor, like as it's
I'm
becoming
just
locked.
standing before the laser grid.
Yep,
starts.
cool. That's fair enough.
Maybe a little bit further back
Okay.
so he can get, like, you know, a good entry.
Yeah. Okay. Barros, acrobatic check.
18.
Yeah, 18's enough. You nimbly dip, duck, and dodge your way through here, get to the door, connect up. Arcana check, or your Thieves' Tools intelligence. Get advantage from...
Oh, advantage. So that's... Oh, needed that. So that is a non-nat 20.
You did need that because the 14 would have failed. You unlock the final door. All the laser grid shuts down. You see the artifacts on the right. You see the vials on the left. And then beyond this door, there's a final chamber. In the middle of the room, there is a final access port, which seems to be controlling the final laser grid. However, these laser grid, Barros, in this room, the other ones were very, like, translucent. These ones are like solid beams of light. Looks like if you touch them, it may not be pleasant.
Can I have a quick peep at those artifacts and just see if any of them feel like maybe there's a piece of a god in one of them?
Sure. Do you have the star mark on you?
No, of course I don't.
Then you have no idea.
Worth a try.
I mean, looking at them, you can make me a history check to see if anything might be elvish in nature. Maybe the biggest giveaway.
I don't know shit.
All weird and forward looking.
Well, she didn't say that there was a spark here when we docked, which
Yeah.
she normally does, so...
Barros, on the far side of this final chamber, this area is like fully kitted out. You see there is a military weapon rack holding 15 plasma rifles across the way. Next to them, there is advanced cybernetic enhancements, military grade, which are set in a variety of crates and boxes, probably totaling around roughly, you say, in the gruts of 30 implements. There are a load of these little iPad-like devices, which seem to be some of the blueprints or schematics. So you need to get a closer look at them. And there are also a large black heavy metal briefcase, and next to that there is a smaller iPad, which looks like the one you saw back on the Eclipse.
Best.
That looks like the manifest, and it looks like some rifles. We could always shoot our way out of this situation, finally.
Or we could try and get the manifest to get out of here and not be criminals.
I will say, Barros, it looks like you will need to...
rifle.
Rifles. Just grab the manifest and let's go.
The point of access that you need to interact with is going to need hacks. It looks like it requires some kind of key or card or something to deactivate the grid. However, you do need to get there first. And now you stand there looking around. The grid, now it's very minute. It is slowly moving. It's not like Mission Impossible fast moving. It's just very slowly just tracking. So if you were trying to stand somewhere and get a breath, you probably would be limited in time.
Do you have that key card? The one we found on the ship.
I don't think I'm the one who has it.
I think Bulgir has it.
I can try and hack that thing, but it might be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, standing still while hacking is kind of how you got away with it so far. This one is going to require, probably a little bit of movement while doing it. So it just makes it more difficult, basically.
Okay, that's fine. Right.
I will touch him and give him guidance before he goes.
Cool. Guidance is a concentration spell?
Yes.
As its enhanced ability.
Damn.
So just consider that before you complete the spell.
Enhanced ability is going to be more useful to you, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You go for it. Acrobatics check. Fuck it up.
No.
He fucked it up.
A 12, unfortunately, is not enough. Ignoring the nat one, a 12 is not enough. The DC for this final one was 17. Beros, you leap quite confidently towards the center of the room. This has all been going quite well so far for you. However, as you do so, you feel your little back leg catch something on your front shin, kind of as you're leaping forward. You take... I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to try to minimize the damage because you're reacting to the pain.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Which one I have? Nope, never mind. I don't have wheel, I have woe today. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Can I uncanny dodge this?
No, it would be evasion would apply. It's not an attack.
Right, okay. That's fine.
I mean, what level rogue are you?
6.
Oh, then
because I took a level 1 fire. Yeah. Dexterity saving for you.
Yes, please.
11.
You take 19 points of force damage, and the lasers begin to spin more rapidly. Atlas, the lasers in your sector begin to turn back on.
Oh shit.
We are now effectively in a staggered initiative. Beros, that is effectively as this happens, this is now entering the first turn in a sense. So you are basically on initiative 0, things are going to happen. So right now, the laser grid where Alice is just beginning to power up, but it hasn't turned on just yet. You see the lasers are beginning to move more rapidly where you currently are. What would you like to do? Are you going forward still, or are you going to go back?
I'm gonna go forward.
Okay, you press forward. Another acrobatics check to keep leaping through. It does get more difficult.
22.
22 is enough. This time, you leap through, dodging, ducking, and weaving, kind of going, getting in the rhythm, the motion things. You get your hollow strip ready. You connect. Okay, Atlas, what are you doing?
I mean, if they're turning on, I guess I'm not gonna be dumb enough to press. Am I gonna be dumb enough to press forward into the blazers? No, I'm gonna press like up as far as I can, but not directly to the lasers. But I'm getting ready to dodge those lasers if they turn on.
Okay. End of your turn, Atlas. The lasers in your area turn on. Make me an acrobatics check.
Come on, you owl bastard. Ouch.
5. You trigger the lasers. The motion sensor goes off. A red alarm begins blaring.
Cool.
The door next to Beros, you hear the side of the locks, the hinges beginning to engage. It's about to close.
Okay.
That is going to happen at the end of the next initiative 0. Beros, you have an action and movement. You can try to deactivate this grid from where you currently are. You don't know if that will retroactively stop what's happening right now, because already multiple failures have happened.
I will attempt that.
Okay, intelligence check with your thinker tools. Advantage from Atlas's Oil's Wisdom, or whatever she gave you. 5 is not enough.
Yeah, even with 6, it's 11.
Yeah. The 11 is definitely not enough. You
It was going so well.
started putting codes rapidly. You're panicking. You're trying to keep dodging out of the way of these things. End of your turn, you're still in laser grid. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to not be hit by the lasers. 13 is not enough. You take 25 points of force damage. As this is wheeling, and as you connect, as they get broken, there's a pause, and then they get faster. Like, as they realize something is here, it shouldn't be, they're continuing to, like, kill until it's gone, effectively.
Yeah.
This is literally things are going from bad to worse.
Yep, that's literally how it's designed. Atlas, your turn. Barros looks hurt, I will say.
Barros, I guess. I'm gonna try and push up to Barros.
Okay, sure. You have to make an acrobatics check to weave through the grid.
Aware. That one.
You take 15 points of force damage and you're repelled. You do not progress any further than you would like to.
Cool. I was like, it can't be worse than last time. Oh, yes it can. Never mind.
Okay. End of your turn. The door connecting you and Barros goes to close. I will let you choose, Atlas. Would you like to be on the inside or outside of that door?
I want to be on the side Barros is on.
Okay, you are trapped on the inside. The door locks closed. You are in the whirling blades, the whirling area of lasers now as well. Cool. You see the laser grid beyond the one that was previously activated begins to turn on. And the doors aren't quite ready yet to turn on. Because it's staggered all the way back. So you could have potentially got out of here. If you were successful, you could have like left and then got out still.
Leave him behind.
We're now
I'm not
stuck.
that much of a dick.
Barros.
I'm gonna attempt another hack.
Sure.
Please hack better.
That is a 25.
25 is enough. You successfully complete the hack.
Yay,
The lasers here.
you.
The lasers here deactivate. The alarm and the locking doors and the other motion sensors do not stop.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are you doing? This is
Resident
still
Evil
you are
vibes.
still in initiative.
Grab the manifest.
Manifest. Barros grabs it. Atlas.
Okay, so there was a way out of here, but now it's locked?
The doors are closed. There are no handles.
Okay.
There is also no terminal on this side.
Cool.
Because you chose to be on this side.
Yeah, I see that.
You couldn't have seen there's a terminal from the outside, to be fair, if I didn't tell you that information. So I just asked what side do you want to be on.
Okay. How sturdy do the doors look?
They are metal with a glass, kind of like metal frame of mainly glass, but they have like a metal mesh throughout the glass.
Okay. Sorry, just looking down the spell list here.
6 seconds, Atlas.
I know. Jesus. Is there some kind of, like, there's no handle, but is there some kind of locking mechanism I can see?
There is where the doors touch each other, there's probably some kind of locking system that interlocks them, but you can't really see it. There's no keyhole, if that's what you're asking. No.
I was hoping that I could move water into it and then freeze it.
You could try to move it into the hinges, maybe? That'd be the only thing you could see.
Sure.
Sure.
I will get my water skin and I will use shape water.
Yep. You.
And then I can direct the water and freeze it, as long as there's no creatures in it.
Freeze the water over the door. Freeze it solid. Are you your intention to try to break the lock?
I was hoping it would break it, yeah.
Okay, well, because I'll let you choose. Do you want to try to force it in between the doors and hope it finds something like that? Or do you want to go for the hinges you can definitely see?
I don't think freezing a hinge will break it. Ice expands. So maybe. If I can get the water inside the hinge, I'll try it.
Okay. You go for the hinge first. You freeze it. Make me a spell casting check if your spell casting modifier. See initially how much you can actually know.
I don't know what that means.
Spell attack.
Okay. It's a +8. What am I rolling? Oh, I can just roll. Another nat 1. Good job, me.
A 9 would not be enough. You send the water forward, you freeze it, but it just like glances off the exterior of the lock. It just doesn't seem to, or the hinge. It doesn't seem to, like even be able to get deep enough in to penetrate. Even you can see it clearly. End of your turn, the other laser grid fully turns on. Beros.
I will run to the rack of rifles.
Yep.
Yeah, locked in a room. Can you stop stealing?
I'm trying to get this out.
Like red light, like klaxon sound.
Would I recognize this as the same rifle that they use on the amalgamate?
It is an amalgamate military weapon.
The unfollow, sorry.
Yes.
So I know this has that function where it just creates that fucking huge beam of whatever the fuck it was. Right, okay.
It's a beam of whatever the fuck.
I'm gonna aim for that glass. Actually, no. I'll aim for the lower hinge.
Okay.
Of whichever, and attempt to charge it up.
Okay. Do you have proficiency in firearms of any measure?
No, just martial weapons, simple weapons.
Okay. Then I need you to make me a check for understanding alien technology. This is an intelligence check, which you do still have advantage of. Actually, Atlas, can you make me a Constitution saving throw for your spell check? I think the DC is 10 for you because I didn't roll super high.
16.
That's fine. So you still have the ability. So you have advantage on the roll. And basically, you always want to roll high.
16.
16. That is 1 success. To operate this, we will need 2 successes. But that is 1 flat success, no ups, no downs. But you spend your first action inspecting the weapon, like finding where the trigger is, finding where the safety is. Like that's you're learning what you're holding. It's like picking up a Russian gun when you're an American soldier. You've never seen a Russian gun before. And you need to work out how you get the rough idea maybe, but like you need to work out how this particular one works. See, that's kind of how you spend your turn. Atlas.
Okay, shape water, freeze it in the center of the door. Try and find.
Send the door. Spell attack.
13.
13. You send it forward on a solid metal frame. It's 15 or higher, unfortunately, is the AC for metal. Yeah, it doesn't penetrate the gap. You just can't get the water thin enough to get in there. At least not yet. Maybe you get closer and spend more time, like trying to whittle it down. Maybe it's not an easy thing you're trying to do. Anything else?
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Move around, grab something, like
I'm not a rifle kind of gal.
End of your turn. The next door closes. Chunk. Lasers begin to glow on the far side. There's still one door left to close. Betos.
Yeah, carry on what I'm doing, trying to understand this weapon, seeing if we can fire it.
Another check of advantage, please.
14.
14 is... Check if it's out of 15 a success or not. You want to roll dice. Yeah, that is a failure, unfortunately, Barrows. That's one failure. But it's not so severe you get disadvantage on that. It's just a flat failure. This kind of thing. It's not easy. You know, the heat of the moment, the panic. You're like trying to study this thing and work it out. You think you have enough understanding that you could operate the weapon. However, all the attacks of it will be at disadvantage unless you spend more time, like studying it properly. That will affect things like I want to shoot a door. It will be disadvantaged because like there's chance it could go wrong.
Yep.
Okay. Atlas.
I guess Thunderwave on the door and try and smash the glass.
Okay, yeah, Thunderwave. Roll your damage. The door instantly feels it's a door. Can't move. I'm gonna say that has actually shattered the glass, but the mesh inside is still holding.
Can you get through that, or is it?
It's like
mesh,
like tight metal, like cheese grater kind of mesh.
But how strong mesh?
The type of mesh you would see reinforcing windows.
I've never tried to push myself through a window before.
It is the same temperature through a wire fence.
Okay.
That is anchored to, like, welded to a solid wire frame.
Okay.
Like, they are thin enough that if you had, like, bolt cutters, you could, like, you know, cut them. Like, you know, like, or maybe a sharp blade could be try to cut through them. But they're, like, steel, man. They're steel wire.
Okay.
You know, they're not, like, you know, they're, like, crocheted in. The other lasers turn on. The other door begins to close. Betos.
One final check.
Go for it. Yeah, 15 or higher.
13.
You try and the panic setting in, Barrows. It's like you can't work out what you're looking at here. It's just you still have movement. You could grab anything else as well in the room if you wanted.
Those vials were behind like caged things, weren't they?
So the vials are in the next room. So in the room, in the room you're currently in, there is the big black briefcase. There is the weird schematic-y iPads. There's the plasma weapons, and there's the cybernetics.
What? I don't understand what cybernetics are.
You or Barrows?
Probably either.
By cybernetics, I mean like cyberpunk, like robotic eyes, robotic arm, like.
Oh right, okay.
If there's a pair of lungs, grab them for me. Just kidding. I already have cybernetic
I will kind
lungs.
of sling the rifle on my back. Grab the briefcase, and then I think next turn I'm gonna just attempt to cut this thing. So I'll grab the briefcase, whatever it is.
You grab the briefcase. As soon as you pick the briefcase up, Barrows, you hear 5 voices in your head.
Oh dear.
Immediately, at the second you pick it up, and it fuses to your hand.
Cursed.
You hear one voice.
Is it a mob family? I hope it's a mob.
You hear one voice, and it says, "Oh, it appears like we're now being carried by someone new." The second voice says, "I hope he's not fucking boring like the last one." The next voice says, "Oh, I hope he's big and strong, though. That was nice, being carried by someone big and strong." The next one,
Guys, look, I just think that maybe we need to think about our situation we keep finding ourselves in and think about our long-term plans.
And the final voice just says,
You know what I want to see? I want to see like a moth or something. That would be amazing. Like a flappy little moth boy.
and as Beros is joined by 5 Krees,
That robot who likes stabbing people.
as Beros joined by 5 rogue AI minds that have fused to him. Beros, this is a genuine item that I'm going to add on D&D Beyond for next week. It is a briefcase of AI. It is a weapon. You are now proficient with it immediately. It instantly attunes to you. So if you are attuned to 3 items, you have to lose a slot, unfortunately, because it will force that off. And yeah, you can fucking smack people with this thing. And also, there's this 5 sentient eyes in there who are just a little bit nuts.
I finally got my talking
weapon.
Yeah, you got them.
Finally gets the voices in his
Yeah,
head.
he finally
And you
gets
got
them.
so many at once.
5 unregistered rogue AI cores. That's what is in the box. And you know that, having instantly attuned to it.
Okay, if Saparna ever retires, we're putting all of them to program the ship at once.
They are kind of like GLaDOS's personality dampeners. Like,
Space.
should have done
Let's
like.
just plug all of these into the ship and see what happens.
I mean, yeah, you could do. You could.
Pick me up, put me down.
I hope you're ready for adventure, partner. That's literally what it is. But yeah, and with that, that's where we have tonight's session. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.